Welcome in, everybody. My name's Bahamut. On the top right of our map, we're going to be seeing our Protoss player. We are going to be taking a look at Disc. And down in the bottom left, our Zerg player, which will be labeled Bacon and, but this is going to be Eggs. I just went to the bottom right of my screen because I thought this was Heroes of the Storm, so that's why I was looking in the wrong spot for my minimap. Alrighty, let's see what our start is going to be between these two players. We've got our Overlord crossing the map. We're going to be seeing a wall off starting out here from Disc. At least he's got his gateway on the way, and of course that pylon out already. Yep, thank you for the gamble. Thank you for the gambles. I appreciate it. Natural for Zerg already starting out here. See that the Overlord floating around. I do believe we'll have our natural scouted, and then we'll see Disc actually just do a quick little run through on this main base just to see what's going on. Steal a little bit from this mineral bay and force a few workers off of this from the side of Eggs. We got our natural starting out here for Disc as well. See our spawning pool on the way as well. So nothing crazy, no shenanigans, no crazy tactics to start out this map number one. The reason I bring that up is just because from what I was told, that is what the players were encouraged to do. They were encouraged to use cheese tactics and play random. As well as make Smurf names, yes. Cybernetic core on the way. Main base is looking fine. Good saturation. Pretty even on workers as well. We should be starting to see some lings come out from the side of Eggs over here. Maybe we'll get some scouting. Also, Queen on the way. We'll also be seeing our Adept being created as well for Disc over here. And we got this high ground Overlord. Gets a little bit of vision. Of course, it won't be seen by the side of the Protoss, as some Stalkers are on the way, or at least one Stalker's on the way, but we have this Adept moving across the map. Going to be swapping out for that probe that was scouting out for Disc. As some Lings did a run around, scouting around the area. And there's going to be the scene, or the Adept scene, as it tries to float in here. Who is Bacon? It's Eggs. It's Bacon and Eggs. The players are encouraged to have Smurf names. What is my favorite race to use? Zerg. I very much enjoy Zerg. When I was learning rank, I started with Protoss, and then I was like, man, I'd really like to do Zerg, and chat was like, do it. So we did. What's up, Freaky? Also, welcome in to anyone new to the stream. Hope you're having a good time. You see the Adept having the Shade thrown back, and it will take a bit of damage, but that Adept will be moving its way back towards the natural. Link speed is done here. We got Link Speed done. We will be having a Warp Prism on the way as well for Disc. Link's being staged on this right-hand side. See if we can get some vision here set up really quickly. I mean, I've mentioned this in previous streams as well. It's like I'm big on, like, if I'm gonna play something in fantasy or sci-fi, like I like to avoid doing like Terrans or humans. I don't think Terran's bad by any means, just I'd rather play some weird creatures or space alien dudes. Also, apparently, like, you just get carpal tunnel by playing Terran. Alright, another base gonna be made here by Bacon and Eggs. There's nothing wrong with that. Lings will be spread out across the map to get a little bit of vision. Doesn't look like there's going to be any sort of attack, because maybe there was a run-by earlier, just to be able to see what's going to be going on with this wall off. I mean, the Overlord is actually still providing quite a bit of vision, and there are a few Adepts over here. You got that Warp Prism with a probe inside of that as well. Going to be taking a low side base? Where are we going to be taking this? Still have this vision over here from the Observer. Sees that third base is ready and rocking. I'll play human in a game when I can be something else in real life. Oh, there you go. That's a good one. This, of course, will be scouted out as there is this Overlord. But this is a... oh, I read that completely. It's a Disruptor inside. I thought I saw a probe on that. Apparently, it was a Disruptor. Five workers will be taken down here. 5 drones. Nice little shot out from this warp prison. We are going to have a bunch of lings moving across the map. Upgrade-wise, I don't think roaches have their movement speed. Nope. We will be having the Gravatic Drive. Oh, it did actually drop off. There was the probe that got dropped off over there. Looks like there's going to be another warp prison drop here. Disruptor getting a bit more damage. Some more creep to be spread out here by eggs. And probe went bottom right. Yeah, I didn't even see that. Like, I didn't see that the Disruptor getting picked up right there. Ooh. That was another good 7 hit right there. Good chunk of units to be lost or taken down. Colossus on the way. Music seems a little loud, doesn't it? Maybe we turn that down. This warp prison will be seen by these overlords on the edge, so they know that another attack is coming. At least it's assumed that eggs will see this attack coming. Audio balance is fine. Oh, I know why it's off. Hold on. I know why it's off. It's from last night when we were watching Mrs. Doubtfire in Discord. I had my mixer higher, so my headphones are louder today. Thank you. Alrighty. We do have this queen stepping out, trying to push back the warp prison here. That Gravatic Drive, if I'm not mistaken, is going to increase the movement speed of this, right? Let's see what we got going on here for eggs. Going to be opening things up for this 5th base, actually. Trying to see what's been scouted out so far. Still this Overlord chilling. Sees the wall off. We'll have some lings moving out across the map. We'll have 1-1 being upgraded as well, or at least the range attack is being upgraded for a Zerg player. Blink for our Protoss. Ground attack level 1 for Protoss being upgraded. A lot of scouting coming out from this warp prison. Big chunk of lings moving across the map. Gonna leaving a few lings around just to get some scouting, and actually gonna break these out into different groups. We do see that there's one ling that has discovered this base over here on the side, so a good chunk of lings will come in. This base should be mostly taken out. There is a counterattack coming, or a defensive attack. Moved in through the bottom, moving into the bottom. But I think these lings should mostly be able to get away. Blink is done. Ooh, that's some really good force barriers, and these lings should be lost. Warp in as well, some more stalkers here. Only 7 units lost, only 450 resources versus the 53 units that have already been lost. And it's looking like we'll also be seeing that groove spines, so some Hydras on the way. We'll see Galio reconstruction. I don't think I'm saying that word right. Galil? I think it's Galil, right? We'll also be having that observer moving in a little bit further just to get some extra vision. This is looking like a great attack from Disc. What's going to be the counterattack? I mean, we're taking a look at units, and there's some Hydras, there's some Lings, a couple Roaches. We know there's some Ravagers, more Lings on the way as well. We'll see that Guardian Shield activated. Disruptor, Pulse going out. Doesn't get a kill onto one of the Queens, but it's very low. Some transfusions coming through. Blink out by those Stalkers. Those Guardian Shields are going to be expiring soon, and a lot of sentries to be lost here. Actually, that last sentry won't be taken down. Do we see a counterattack coming out from eggs? Oh, there is a third zoom. It is just like HOTS. Couple drones lost right there. Double disruptor harassing onto the main base. A lot of stalkers here. What are we taking? Let's take a look here. We have 27 stalkers. We also have this Colossus in this as well, but the fight does break out. Guardian Shield activated once again. Colossus trying to get some poke damage. We don't have the range increase for the Colossus yet. I'm assuming that will be on research soon. Ground attack number 2, ground attack 2 for Protoss being researched. We will see that ground or melee Zerg attack 1 being researched as well. And seeing a few Vipers on the way to maybe get that pull onto this Colossus and get out of position. Nice blink in from the Stalkers, take down a few of these Queens. A lot of resources lost here. I mean, the difference is almost 4K in resources lost, and oof. That Viper comes out and it's immediately taken down by the Stalkers. I don't know what Eggs can do. It seems like the pressure from Disc is way too much. Gonna try and poke him with a few lings, but that Colossus is just absolutely slicing. It's dicing. Already 12 kills on that. There's a nice pull, and he'll get rid of that Colossus as the Warp Prism will warp in a few more Zealots here. Zealot charge has been completed as well. And Protoss attack 2. We have Sonic Storm being researched. We'll also be seeing that Dark Shrine being created as well, but right now, more drones to be lost, and Eggs is trying to fight into Disc here in this map number 1. It does not seem like it's going the way of Eggs. A lot of units being lost. Those Vipers are going to try and charge up some energy off of this structure below. Protoss going to blink back a few Stalkers, and there's the GG. Disc takes map number 1. Nicely done. Does anyone know if there'll be another campaigner, if this is for the game now? Nothing from Blizzard, but there's a ton of custom stuff. Oh, yeah. Ton of custom stuff. There's the GGGs. Disc devours bacon and eggs. That was actually that was well said. That was well put. Alright, where is my list of games? It got buried here. Okay, so after this I have Dolan versus Estrella. But these are all best of 3s. So Disc versus Eggs. We're going to Golden Aura. It's been a bunch of Brood War pros and SC2 pros playing against each other. Oh, okay. Yeah, Stormgate's on the way. Immortal Gates of Pyre. Zero Space. Battle Aces. There's a lot of RTS on the horizon that we're going to be doing stuff with, so it's exciting through and through. Bot versus bot matches, because they're kind of funny. Bot versus bot matches can be kind of funny, even in, like, Here's the Storm. So I think all the rounds are going to kind of take place all at the same time. So, like, if my round goes really quick, then we're just going to kind of watch the main broadcast. Zombie Grub did a great job of putting together a B-stream document that has all general things answered. Like, one of the things in there is, like, if you're not casting, you are welcome to watch the main channel. You don't need to get, like, approval from me. Like she said, basically treat this as approval. So, really well-organized tournament. Really happy to be taking part in it, and hopefully you guys are all enjoying the games. We got 7 best of 3s on this channel today, and we are getting into map number 2 of our first best of 3. We're just waiting on a load-in from a player, and then we'll get going. This is I'm having a blast. It's nice to jump into other games, as I said, outside of HOTS. All right, if I can remember how to do this properly, there we go. We got Disc here in the bottom right of Golden Aura, and this is going to be your Protoss player in the lead in this best of 3. Top left of the map, we're going to be seeing Bacon and Eggs, our Zerg player from Colombia, in our round-robin phase, trying to put one up on the board in this best of 3 series. We'll see. Is there anything to be utilized differently here after that map number 1? Disc played a really... I'd say they kind of both played pretty simple and standard. Nothing crazy out the gate. We had some Stalkers, Adept early on, some Ling harassment. Actually, there wasn't much Ling harassment. But still going to be that very fast natural for our Zerg player. Protoss beginning their wall off, or at least going to have this low-level pylon. We've got the Overlord moving across the map. But with this natural being created, I'm wondering if we're going to get any sort of rushing from our Zerg player, or maybe a time attack, or if this is just going to be like a time attack. Was Disc AFK? He was just saving money. He was just saving money. Maybe he thought the load-in was going to take longer. Maybe that was it. No, yeah, it doesn't seem like anything really different. Wall off begins, gateway, double gateway here. And we'll see this probe moving across the map. I think the Overlord will scout that out. Probably Overlord going to be set up onto a high ground post. Probably something like that right there, so that way they can get vision on the enemy exiting. Natural's going to be finishing out fairly quickly here for eggs. I looked over at my stream because I have to do that sometimes to look at the teams for Here's the Storm. And here it's just on the bottom of the screen in the game. How convenient. Alright, we got scouting from Disc right now. Sees the spawning pool as well as the gas extractor, and looks like that's going to be enough. Yeah, Bacon, or Eggs over here, is just going to be moving the Overlord up a little bit and sees that wall off beginnings. The little corridor right there available. Some Lings over here to chase down this probe. And a third base. I think the probe sees that drone moving to the left-hand side, so it's probably the assumption like, okay, all right, they're expanding again. Probe will be able to make it out. It's going to double back and just check and make sure. Is that third happening? That third is happening. Okay. Needed time to make room for a second plate of bacon and eggs. I did an egg, sausage, and cheese sandwich today for breakfast. And I was a smart bean. Since we're doing 7 best of 3s today, I made a sandwich and put it in the fridge so I can go snack on something. We don't have to cast for the entire day being hungry. Also, I'm excited for, I'm excited if you share some photos of the burritos that you're going to make tomorrow, Chess. Very interested to see. Lings over here on the left-hand side. Try and get the vision set up here. There's the block with the Zealot. How many Lings do we have staged over here? Good chunk, actually. Alright, gonna start working on that gateway. The Adept is gonna auto-attack out, and yeah, it looks like that'll be the red light. Thought Eggs was gonna go back out for that again. See saturation over here onto our natural. Our main base is still no extractor on that one. Doesn't seem like there's gonna be a priority into the gas right now. I mean, actually, no gas coming in whatsoever for our Zerg player. Got the Oracle on the way, as well as another Stargate. We'll have the Warp Prison upgrade, or the Warp Gate tech finished out soon. Lings being moved across the map just to scout out. A few more Lings poking around here. Sees that Oracle. Maybe, yeah, there's a little delay. Maybe they can get a probe. Maybe they can get a probe. Trade all those Lings. One lives. One Link lives and is able to go tell the story of it. But that one probe taken down, and a new one will be pulled out or moved out into the third base location. What are we looking at unit-wise? We have a bunch of Lings on the way. We got 5 Queens, about 7 Lings. I thought I saw like 21 Lings being created or something like that. Or queued in, but... Shaden from the Adepts. We have the Oracle coming in as well. Queens are going to try and take down the Oracle, get the shielding out. Almost take down the Oracle here. Good body blocking around a few of those Adepts. The Shades go out. Will they be activated into the main base? Doesn't look like it. We do have that vision targeted onto a few of these Queens from the Oracle. I don't know the name of the... Revelation? Yep, okay. Fourth base scouted. Fourth base is definitely scouted here. We still have this Overlord down in the bottom left. I think there's an Overlord taken down over here that was providing some vision into that main base, but we have got our... Not our probe, sorry, our Void Rays ready to go. Back over here. There's a little bit more poke from this Oracle. Have any drones been lost? I am forgetting the unit lost thing. There it is. No, just a bunch of Lings, couple Overlords, okay. Time for lasers. Time for lasers indeed. Phoenix will take out this Overlord, which is pouring some creep on the ground. Could technically be delaying out an expansion here. A Ling over here that's going to be taken down. Can it run away from the Voids in time? Looks like it will be able to, okay. Oracle on the right-hand side, going to be able to see this. Oh, no. No, okay. Thought we were seeing a bunch of Lings moving out, but no. They'll see some destructible rocks being destroyed. A few Void Rays over here. What are we looking at for upgrades? It's just Ling Speed and Warp Gate. So that Ling will see those Void Rays, but a few more Lings are going to be running through this bottom area. We do have Airship level 1 being upgraded, as well as the Flux Veins, which is the increase the speed and acceleration of Void Rays. A Tempest has been made as well. Okay, we got a couple more Tempest on the way. We'll see Zerg Missile 1 and Groove Spines, so we're going to see that transition into a bunch of Hydras. And we also have some Lings being created as well, but 4 more Hydras on the way. We also have that Muscular Augments for the speed increase on our Hydralisks. 5th base was already taken. Maybe we see a 6th over here. Absolutely. Full Sky Toss. There's a couple, there's some, there's some defensive adepts here. You got 3 defensive adepts, but very much Sky Toss. You are very correct on that, yeah. 3 more Tempests about to finish out. As I said, the Flux Vein's almost done. Protoss Air about 20 seconds away. This bottom vision is grabbed, the Zelnaga Tower.
Our forces are under attack.
And this whole Sky Toss is seen. This whole Sky Toss is known. Ooh, the Hydras almost take down this Phoenix. Actually, they will be able to take it down. The Lost Phoenix there. Do like the Hydras being created. What else do we got? We got level 1 Ground Carapace, level 2 melee attacks on the way, Sonic Storm being researched as well by our Protoss player. A couple Roaches and Lings. I don't think we have Roach speed. Does not look like we have Roach speed, no. And another base or another expansion for our Zerg player. That's a whole heck load of Hydras. There is a Oracle moving across the map. It's going to get some vision over here with the reveal. This is looking... Oh, Carrier's on the way. Carrier's on the way for our Protoss player. More vision coming out from this Oracle. We have a good group of Hydras on the north side of this. We've got a little melee ground attack over here, and some Hydras and Lings floating around between the enemy base and Egg's base. Playing a little bit safe, but we know that there's a heckload of Tempests. There's a bunch of High Templar now that are also here. And I believe Sonic Storm is done. We're going to see Protoss Air level 2 being researched. 2 Carriers almost finished out. Protoss Shielding level 1, if I'm not mistaken, is going to be researched. Still about 90 seconds or so to go on that one. Ling's putting a little bit of pressure over here with these Hydras as well, poking down a few of those cannons. And it looks like 1, 2, nicely done. A couple Void Rays to be picked off here by these Hydras. Still going to chase this in. Void Rays do have that speed change from the Flux Veins. Hydras turn around. Going to lose a few Hydras, but we'll be able to take down those Void Rays. 4 Void Rays lost. The difference in money is still, I mean, a lot more has been lost for our Zerg player. 86 Lings, but some of these critical Protoss air units have been taken down. That's going to force a bit of a I guess not rebuild, but, they're going to restock their army with air units. There you go. Whole heckload of Lings. This is going to be also Adrenal Glands on the way. We've got Ground Carapace level 2, Flyer Attack level 1, Flyer level 1. We're also going to be seeing that Pneumatic Carapace. Some big old Space Cows on the way as the Ultralisks are going to start chomping through. We've got a couple, actually more than a couple. We got a nice handful of these Corruptors here as well. Looking like 10 Corruptors, which would be great against those larger air units, but fight maybe breaks out here. A couple of those Corruptors are going to get popped by the splash damage of the Tempest, and once again, this Ultralisk is going to move in, tanking a bit of damage. Gets one of the shield batteries. Sonic Storm's thrown onto the ramp. Did you know if you have Amazon Prime, you got Prime Gaming, you can give a free sub to Bahamut? That is crazy. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane, but very true, Crush. Void Rays on that back order, yeah. Yeah, we'll see Protoss Air level 3, a few more Void Rays on the way. Trying to do my best to focus on the game and provide good commentary, but also do my best to check chat every so often in case any of you have good tidbits and tips for me. I do not mind a little bit of feedback here and there. So with this Sky Toss or these mass amount of air units moving in, I do see this on the mini-map. There is something happening over here. Maybe an attack will be... Ooh, that's a lot of cannons. Oh, that's a lot of shield batteries. Oh my god. A few photon cannons, Sonic Storm thrown on the ground, and that does force these air units to pull back. And oh my god, just 6 Tempests, 2 Carriers, 10 Void Rays, 5 High Templars. And that air level 3 is almost done. Melee ground level 3 almost finished out. Carapace level 2 almost done. We got a couple Vipers, more Corruptors on the way. Shield level 2 for Protoss being researched right now. This is looking like one of those chunky maps that is going to go to the distance. Bahamut gets a whole 17 cents every time you prime sub. That's why you should consider converting your primes or gifted subs into a tier 1, as we have a bigger PP. You got that 60-40 split on tier 1s. Or just be a baller and just tier 2 or tier 3. Best tier 2 and tier 3 sub alerts on all of Twitch. I do want to really make that Mrs. Doubtfire. I really want to make a Mrs. Doubtfire alert after watching that movie last night. Void Rays will chunk through an Ultralisk. It's going to be Flyer Attack level 2, Ground Carapace level 3, Melee Attack level 3 is almost done. We'll see actually Flyer Carapace level 2 as well. A couple High Templar over here. They're going to be surrounded. They drop a huge Sonic Storm. And they'll actually go ahead and morph into an Archon and avoid losing any of those, but another fight to break out. A couple Corruptors are going to go down immediately. Ultralisks are trying to chunk into these Archons, but oh my god, the Protoss air units are just decimating the ground of this Zerg player eggs. Flyer level 2 almost done. 23 Corruptors on the way. No ads. No ads. Sorry, I was trying to making sure that Twitch doesn't ruin the game with ads for our non-subs lurking today. Protoss Air Armor level 1 on the way, and our Zerg seems to have stalled out a bit in production. Is floating a decent amount of money. Of course, that production is going to be stalled out a bit as we are almost max on both of these teams, or max on both these players. Big fight to break out over here. Sonic Storm on the ground. Corruptor's trying to chunk into these carriers as well as Tempest, but the Tempest splash is so very good. The Sonic Storm's coming down to try and take out all these ground units. The Ultralisk is just chilling over here as some Queens are moved in. And this is feeling like a big commitment from Eggs to try and take down not a whole lot. I mean, I'm not exactly sure what exactly was lost in the fight, but I did see one carrier go down. And still almost a 10k difference in minerals lost. Oof. That is... Also, I will say, it's a very nice amount of units lost on the side of Protoss here. Only 69. Well, Zerg kind of remax here once again. They're going to bring a bunch of Lings into this base. Lings are going to get some decent damage. Corruptors trying to clear out some of those larger air units, but the Void Rays are just absolutely slicing through this army. Queens are going to be pulled back onto the creep. It seems like this is going to be a retreat called by Eggs. And right now, it's feeling a little rough for our Zerg player. Going to have an expansion over here on the northeast and southwest side of the map. And our Protoss is, I mean, he's probably going to need to expand soon. I mean, this mineral field, of course, is completely depleted. Natural's almost gone. This third base is getting low. Fourth base is okay-ish. But the Zerg, yeah, they're kind of taking over the map. So if this game, the longer this goes, it kind of feels like the Zerg can slowly bleed out the resources of our Protoss player. As Protoss is maxed out once again, 200 supply. Really good upgrades, though, for the Protoss right now. 3 on air. It's looking like air armor level 1. Shielding level 1. We also did see the Tectonic Destabilizer, which I think is the upgrade for the Tempest, if I'm not mistaken. Down over here, these Void Rays will discover this expansion and are going to be able to get the recall out. One Corruptor attack made it, and that's going to be the end of that one. And those Void Rays, they're going to go searching for another base. Is there defenses in place for this top right? Absolutely. Corruptors should be able to take down these Void Rays. You hope. Void Rays turned around for the commitments. There's a 1-for-1 trade. 2-for-2. 3, 4 Corruptors lost. These Void Rays doing work right now. And it looks like the last Corruptors will commit to try and take down this last Void Ray. Some drones over here are going to be picked off as well. Currently have a defense on this bottom, or on the right side, west side of the map. Carrier damage is really good onto these expansions. As the Sonic Storm goes down, zoning back a few of these Zerg units. Protoss is going to need to expand soon, and it looks like Zerg is... Bacon and Eggs is just trying to deny any of that expansion. I don't know if these Zealots were seen, but there's nothing to defend this base over here right now. Granted, it shouldn't be that big of a deal, because you got quick movement across the map. Another attack over here on the west side. Eggs trying their hardest right now. Clears out those couple Zealots that were harassing. And do we have a counter-harassment over here? Looks like we're going to see maybe a double attack, or gonna try. Okay, gonna clear this out over here on the bottom left. Get rid of that probe. Get rid of this pylon. And our sky units will move back. Ground Protoss level 1 being researched. That expansion being rebuilt over here. This expansion being well, not really expanded, but grabbing extractors and stuff here. As our Protoss move in. Oh my god, one of the infestors, 11 HP, steps back in and will be taken down. The good fungal onto one of the units right over there, as this is just Lings coming in. They can't do much against all these air units. They're just eating up supply, and maybe these Lings are being thrown in to just try and sacrifice them so they can rebuild. 22 Corruptors on the way currently, 30 more Lings as well. And these Corruptors are actually getting tons of value in this fight. One of the carriers will go down. A Tempest should fall here as well. There's going to be a great fungal. That's so much damage going into so many of these units. There will be a lock onto a few of the Zerglings with that stasis. But a couple Corruptors lost, and more are on the way. Like, this fight is technically good for Eggs. Technically pretty good for Eggs here. Like, really good damage. Like, if the pressure keeps coming, this will be fantastic. This expansion will be cleared out. Some Lings thrown over there. Corruptors pulled back. What remains? 1 carrier, 6 Void Rays, an Oracle, 2 Tempests. I mean, that one carrier is on 47 HP, plus the 150 on shielding. We do have shielding level 3 for our Protoss as well. Air attack level 3, air armor level 2, ground attack level 1. It looks like air level 3 armor is on the way. This expansion, as I mentioned, cleared out. Looks like there's going to be a couple drones moved over there. Stasis on the ground locks those Lings in place. And we're going to be transitioning into Lurkers, it looks like. We got Seismic Spines. Another Infestor on the way as well. A couple carriers being created for Disc. And, I mean, when we look at resources being pulled in, once again, main completely completely mined out. You got about 500 minerals in the natural, and 800, around 1,000 over here. This base over here is probably mostly mined out, so gonna need to try and expand somewhere. This base, this hatchery will be cleared out. Top right still hasn't been rebuilt yet. Might have been some harassment when we were looking at some of the mineral fields, but once again, this is going to be moved. I mean, we do have this High Templar getting vision, so they do constantly see this rebuild with the Zelnaga Tower. The extractors will get canceled here, and these drones should be taken down as well. Looks like an Overlord or two needs to be built. Get that supply back to full. Another drone's being moved down over here. Not sure what the game plan is with this right now. Back over in the top right, there was some harassment on this. So really good harassment from Disc. to just pull the assets and attention of Eggs consistently around this map. Eggs does have more money still coming in through these two bases over here. There was a little bit here and there from these from this bottom left mineral field, but it looks like the top right's going to get going in just a second. Going to leave these Lings behind so the Zealot harassment doesn't constantly shut down that resource pull. A few of these spore crawlers being set up. Bit of damage onto a couple of these units. I do see a couple, I thought I saw a couple infestors floating around. Oh, there they are, right there. Yeah, the microbial shroud is not too bad onto some of those air units. Lings being pulled around the map again, right? Secures ground units underneath, reducing damage. Oh no, it is the it is that fungal growth, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, I think it's the fungal growth. Because I think microbial shroud only hits ground units, right? So there's ground units underneath. Money feedbacks, yeah, there was a couple of those feedbacks in there as well. Drains all the energy from the target, dealing 0.5 damage per point of energy, yeah. Saw a couple of those feedbacks activated. Microbial Shroud isn't used that much. Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, I know Fungal is the very popular one, but I was like, maybe I'm misunderstanding. So this bottom left base, I mean, how much is down here? Actually, there's a lot of rich minerals, though. There's like, oh god, there's quite a bit. One Corruptor is not going to be pulled back in time. Sonic Storm's on the ground. Lot of Sonic Storm damage onto the ground right now. Tons of Fungals. So many Fungals thrown out. Corruptors are trying to commit to this. There are going to be a few drones and probes lost here and there. But all in all, it just feels like these attacks from the Zerg are just not working out. And can this expansion be denied? Ultralisks have great damage, but those air units are going to make their way to this quite quickly. One Ultralisk should be lost. The rest are able to back away. What are we looking at for upgrades right now as well? Any Ultralisk upgrades? We do have... Okay, we do have the extra armor and such, but back over to production. More Corruptors, more Infestors on the way. Didn't I see Seismic? Isn't that an upgrade for Lurkers? Pretty sure it is. As top right base will be cleared out once again. This base being started up, we have a bit of a tower defense started out here by Disc. What's the past tense of feedback? Feedback or feedbacked? Fodbucked. Ah, Fodbucked. Another attempt, a lot of Fungals being thrown out. These Lings are just going to be chunked so much by our... Oh, that's a really good pull and a carrier from one of the Vipers. Okay. More Lings on the way. There's this base over here being taken. Looks like our Zerg player will once again rebuild the top right base. I think it's been like rebuilt like 5 times. A lot of defenses. We got tower defense Protoss over here on the bottom left. All right. Drones continuing to pull in resources. As I said, this expansion working out pretty good. We have the Oracle to get some vision. I don't think the Queens will be able to take this down. Gonna try and expand out a little bit here. Also have these Spine Crawlers for some extra defenses. This bottom left is completely set up for defense. Another attack, more Fungals. Nice damage over time. Bunch of Psionic Storms on the ground over here. What's the damage over time for Fungal? 25 damage over 3 seconds. Okay, so it's just 25 damage over 3 seconds. Oh, once again? Uh-oh, we got some invisible men over here. It doesn't look like there's a way to detect them currently. That's a little awkward to lose most of that base. This base is going to go down. They're going to try and set something up with a Spore Crawler, but like, yeah, this is... Oh no, this isn't going to go well. Wait, the Dark Templar aren't going to be oh, because the fight over here is what really is going to be the main focus of Disc right now. Disc will move those Dark Templar around, but he's currently got a... Oh my god, this fight is not going the way of Disc whatsoever. The Corruptors are absolutely chunking. Dark Templar in the middle of the map, they've just been left there because the real focus, the micro, is going into this fight, which has gone so south for Disc. And that does give the opportunity for this Spore Crawler to be created, and now these Dark Templar, who do know this base is here, well, they're not gonna get the destruction they're hoping for. Also, with that Spine Crawler up and available now, and a bunch of Lings on the way, they're gonna. Okay, goodbye. Oh, they clear out the Spine Crawler, but yeah, the two Dark Templar are lost. Oof. What are we looking at for units lost? Wowee! Wow, 123 Corruptors have been lost. 168 of the... Ooh, sorry about that. That was so well done in that last fight over here. Few Void Rays on the way. What are we looking at unit-wise? 2 Carriers, 6 Void Rays, a Tempest. Not a lot of Corruptors, though. Only 4 Corruptors currently. Is there a rebuild onto a few? Doesn't look like it. Resource-wise, there's been so much harassment from Disc that Eggs has, I wouldn't say struggled, but hasn't really been able to keep this economy up. Now, of course, this expansion over here will be able to pull in a lot of good resources. This one being rebuilt for the 6th time should be able to get great value. Pretty much the only thing that's pulling in resources for Disc is this bottom left. It actually is. It's this mineral field just got cleared out. There's, what, 145 minerals on that one, and it looks like our Protoss player is saying, this is my base, I'd like to have it back, please. Protoss regaining control of the right side, but now we have another fight to break out, and there's not a lot of Corruptors, though there are 2 Carriers on the left-hand side over here that are not near any allies, and these Hydras and Corruptors do take down 1. It's not too bad, but you do lose out this base here, and this base may fall. I think there's the realization from Eggs as well, saying like, okay, they're moving north. They're gonna try and take down this other expansion, shut me down, push me back, and this base cannot be lost. I feel like if this fight or this base is lost, it's looking like it will be a Disc 2-0. But let's see what happens here. As the Lings and Hydras are pulled back, a bunch of Corruptors will take beams. A lot of beam damage from the Void Rays as we enter about 30 minutes into this map number 2 of our first best of 3 of the day. Sonic Storm's on the ground. This feels like an all-in from Eggs, but I do believe Disc has taken this, and GG well played. Disc takes the first best of 3 in a 2-0. All right, well, down in the bottom left, I'll figure out the Twitch prediction once we get going here. Bottom left, we're going to be seeing our Protoss player. In the orange, we've got Pinhead, a.k.a. Estrella. On the top of our screen, top right of Post Youth, we're going to be seeing Dirty Dan, who is Doland, playing Terran. All right, let me see if I can get this Twitch prediction fixed. There we go. I don't know what the issue was, but there you go, chat. I don't think I can use Dirty Dan, or yeah, I don't think I can use Dirty Dan or Pinhead. Which, by the way, you guys realize that this is a SpongeBob reference, right? You guys get the joke? Dirty Dan and Pinhead? Anyways, welcome, everybody. Welcome. We got our second best of 3 of the day here for the Safe House tournament in the round-robin phase. And it looks like our Pinhead, our Protoss player, Estrella, is going to be doing a bit of scouting, bit of harassment. We've got Dirty Dan playing Terran, and that's going to be Dolan, for those of you wondering for the Twitch prediction. Leave my base. I had last pick, by the way. I had last pick of the games, and so I basically just got whatever games were left over from the other streamers, and I have no problem with that. And I think we actually lucked out. This is the best matchup all day. This is happening down over here. Just a heads up, little factory down in the bottom right of the map. Currently have this Nexus pylon over at the rich mineral of the map. Is there rich gas too? No, it's just rich minerals, right? Because this is normal gas. Yeah, that's just the regular Vespine geyser. There are some maps with the rich geysers, but I don't know. My map knowledge is not up to date for that. Yo, Simon, what's up, bud? I'm too young to know what SpongeBob's Season 1 references are. Oh, are you? Oh. Well, looks like you and Brandon are going to have to visit. We're just going to have to do a SpongeBob marathon. That's just the only logical option. Starport and Factory down on the southeast side of our map. Good to see you as well, Simon. Hope you're having a great day. How was the, did you try the giant Cheez-It from Taco Bell? Did you try that? I don't know if I asked you or not. I honestly can't remember. So we know that there's a widow mine right here. A wee widow mine. Now the question is, did he see any of this other stuff? No, okay. Still have this mid base set up here on the rich mineral line. What do we got going on over at the home base? Couple Marines for Dirty Dan, for Dolan. I'll do my best to kind of jump between their names. In case people come into the stream later, just don't know. You said you're good at? Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't, like... If it was 2017 and things were cheap like they used to be at fast food places, I would try it. But for how much it probably is, I'd rather just spend the money on, like, another beefy 5-layer or Taco Supreme or Cheesy Gordita Crunch or something. Widow Mines dropped into the main base. One of them gets the tunnel. Or I guess one of the Widow Mines is able to drill its claws down. What actually is the name for that? Is it Burrow? A couple stalkers chasing down this medevac. Does it have a boost to get out? It just got the boost off a cooldown, 14 HP. It is Burrow? Okay, thank you. Stalker's gonna all of a sudden discover, wait, there's a tank over here? Wait, is this just Stalkers moved across? Okay, this is just an offensive attack from Pinhead. Dirty Dan moves a couple Marines in, microing those auto attacks. That will be a medevac going down. That's gonna be a lot of Marines falling as well. One siege tank gets a big old blast as the Marines in the river will be taken down. And the Stalker's still moving across the map. Some scouting coming out from Dirty Dan, but I don't know about... Oh, wait, hold on. Counter... Okay, what's going on here? This feels like a big commitment. Do we have Blink for Stalkers? No, we have Warp Prism. Yeah, those tanks and... Oh, this is not going well. Medevacs are going to be pulled. No, they're going to Mineral Walk the Medevacs into all these Stalkers. That's a lot of Medevacs to be sacrificed here. That is a lot of medevacs, excuse me, SCVs to sacrifice. I don't know if I like this. I think it's going really good for our Protoss Pinhead. Estrella doing a fantastic job. So many SCVs are lost, and yeah. Estrella takes map number 1. Pinhead takes map number 1. GG, well played. Sorry, yeah, SC, I think I said the wrong unit name, my bad. Yeah. There's that one Elden Ring guy who takes arms. Maybe he takes butts too. Godric the Grafted. Bum bum. Pinhead 1-0. Option A, lose game but try to defend with SCVs. Option B, lose game without pulling SCVs. Oh, absolutely, Stark. That's exactly how it felt. That is 100% how that felt. It kind of felt like you were caught between a Protoss and a I don't know. There's rock and hard place, you know? Anyways, we're going to be going to Oceanborn for map number 2. Invite to game? Or it's claw to the face, roll around on the ground, and die. Should I went with option A? Caster R. No Rotterdam. Good luck, have fun. Tell Bandit he's perfect. Mr. Bandit, you are perfect. He was a little bit of a turd yesterday. He was a little bit of a turd yesterday. We were out with some neighbors, and he was not listening too well. And there's cars and stuff that don't. It's not like cars go down our street constantly, but there was a couple cars that went down the street, and it was just like, homie, I need you to listen, because please don't get hit by a car. I love you too much. All right, Pinhead up in this best of 3 series. Our Twitch prediction's still going. If you're swayed, Pinhead, aka Estrella, will be playing Protoss here in the top left of Oceanborn. In the bottom right, this is going to be Dirty Dan, our Terran player, aka Dolan. I guess I said that backwards, but either way, it doesn't matter. Terran down in this best of 3 series, trying to take us to a map number 3. What is the game plan from Dolan this time? Can our Terran player take a map off the Protoss, or will our Protoss player will this be a quick 2-0? Yeah, he wasn't listening the best, but that's okay. He got a bop on the nose, and then he was a good boy. That is, I give him, he gets a stern saying of his name, and then he gets a bop on the nose, and that's typically it. And then he understands. Then he's just like, all right, okay, I'm being a doo-doo. Like, Terran Wolof is here. We'll see Protoss Proxy. What do we got going on? That's a pylon. Okay, all right. Protoss Proxy is a possibility. Reaper. Oh, we got to get more of those guys. Reapers. I don't have that voice line anymore. I really wish I did. Okay, we have our pylon set up down over here. What's the game plan? Proxy what though? Yeah, proxy what though is the big question. Stargate is always what comes to my mind. I agree. Stargate, absolutely, Stark, is what always comes to my mind with Protoss. All right, Reaper here. I was just like, man, how did he get an air unit already? Right, that was the thing on the map. All right, let's get some Reaper vision as we do see the Zealot crossing the map. That Zealot should be taken down. Nice KD-8 grenade. Oh, no, he's just going to leave that Zealot and go for some scouting. Down over here, what do we got? Robotics double robo facility. Okay. KD-8 grenade into the worker line here. One or two probes being harassed a bit. Baha, this is like first pick murky. I was wondering if it was going to be Immortals. Here. Okay, I love it. Proxy Immortals as our Reaper. Let's see, will the Reaper will see this, but he won't be able to see it in time. I think the Reaper will pass like just... No, they're going to be a little bit... No, uh-oh. Unless he gets distracted by a probe. All right, this is going to be discovered now. But these are just about to pop out, and it's like, okay, all right, something's being made. Don't think he saw the Immortals. An observer as well as a warp prism on the way. Reaper jumps back out, and this Reaper is going to see 2 Immortals, and he's like, all right, how am I going to set up the defenses for this? We do have a bunker full of Marines on the top of this cliff. The Immortals will take down the Reaper, and he's just going to go for a bit of a flight through the top of our screen. Whoa, those Immortals are chunking. Nice Cyclone coming out in time. SCVs move over to the bunker, and we'll be able to bolster that back up. Pinhead's got an observer moving in, but there's nothing to actually be able to get counter vision or be able to get vision of that. Oh. We got a Viking summoned. Immortal, pick up and drop, and one of the Immortals will live with 4 HP. And that Warp Prism will be taken down. So we may see, we could see a scan over here at the base if this observer was scouted. As we take a look back over here on the bottom left, another Immortal, another Warp Prism being created. The earlier Immortals still alive. Stalker, Adept, and 3 Immortals sitting up here on the edge. That Warp Prism will probably come through soon. Looks like there was a clear onto... Yeah, they did clear out that Observer. I did see the scan for a second there. There's going to be a cancel or destruction of the bunker. Tanks are set up here on the high ground for defenses. We've got a Cyclone taken out immediately here. Medevac on the way. Marines are pulled back as these Vikings are going to be zoned by that one Stalker. Another Observer moving in just to get vision on the high ground for maybe more drops. Scan immediately, and the Observer's taken down. Right now, our Terran's looking a little turtled up. No expansion from either right now, because this is a single, is this a one base all-in? No, okay, they're going to be going, okay. Nexus is going to be made over here on the left side, so the Natural's there. We've got a block. As these Immortals are going to take down one of the supply depots. More Marines being created here. Do have the reactor for some extra Marine. Oh! We got a 1-1 score, ladies and gentlemen. Dirty Dan held strong, and Estrella was unable to take down the Terran. Nicely done. We head into a map number 3 between these two players. It's a one base all in denial. Yeah, that was really, really well done from Dirty Dan. I gotta be honest. If Dirty Dan takes the series, it's a 1 to 13.91 payout for the believers in Dirty Dan. So, sorry, believer. I assume it's Ashmantle because there's one person and it's 420. So, the Ashmantle Classic. Oh, it's you? I didn't even see the one next to your name there. All right, we're going to Site Delta. Oh, sorry, just also updating the admin on the score really quickly before we get into this map number 3. Go-Go's been called. And here we go. You had to play the odds? I appreciate it. I'm always glad when someone plays the odds. I know, I'm assuming some of you are voting based on the prediction website that Chess was talking about earlier. All right. Map number 3, Dolan versus Estrella, Pinhead versus Dirty Dan, still Terran versus Protoss. We're going to Site Delta. Site Delta for map number 3. In the bottom right of said Site Delta, we've got Pinhead, aka Estrella, playing your Protoss for Victus Pro. Top left of the map is going to be Dirty Dan playing your Terran here on Site Delta. One map away from, well, taking a game off of Estrella, taking a series off of Estrella. Give me 2 seconds here, chat. I just want to look something up. Dolan plays for Cranky Ducklings. That's right. Sorry, I was trying to remember the team that he played for. So we got Cranky Ducklings, which Cranky Ducklings is a community, but also one of their players, or maybe it's a community caster. He's also casting over on his channel, Light VIP. There are 4 streams, by the way, for this tournament. All of us are doing different games within each round. There's the main stream, which is Zombie Grub. There's Light VIP. There's Rotterdam, of course, and myself. Yo, Skulfy, what's up, bud? Just in time for map number 3 of our second best of 3. We got 7 best of 3s today, and we got a blast of games for all of you. Wall off is here as some zaps come out from this Probius. Gonna try and, or from this probe, not specifically Probius. They're gonna try and finish this. I think they should be able to finish the barracks and then be able to, yeah, jump over to the supply depot and deny that destruction. We do have that natural being created this time, so no all-in, no one-base all-in with some shenanigans coming out from Pinhead. This time playing a little more standard, if you will. No wall-off being created on the low ground, or rather by the natural. We have a Gateway Cybernetics Core, no wall-offs whatsoever. As that wall-off is completed here, looks like the probe got a bit of damage on the supply depot. We got a Reaper just about finished out. That Reaper may chase down the probe. No, just going to chill on the ramp here. Probe taking a little rotation around. Couple of normal games, cup of cheese. Yeah, cup of cheese. Cup of cheese. Probe goes back in for poke, but this is going to be Reaper easily able to take that down. What's going on over here? I think this is just a check. I think this is just literally to check, okay, is there any sort of weirdness going on? Am I gonna get proxy factoried or whatever, like map number 1? Granted, didn't really work out too well for Dolan in map 1. Oh, I was wondering what these were. They're the locations for the Reaper jumps, I see. Ah, and this is why we're building over here the way that this is done, is it denies the Reaper jump into the main base. I see. That is the actual wall off, and this Reaper is about to discover that.
Base is under attack.
Meanwhile, back over here, it's looking like an Adept is going to poke a little bit. Cyclone locks on. They drop that supply depot, and, well, they try and trade a little bit. Get a couple auto attacks in a Cyclone, but those SCVs should heal it up just fine. Yeah, definitely. I like the little warning exclamations. I know there's a marker for most maps, but I like how very clear that is. Okay. Robo facility, gateway on the way. Take a look at the structures here really quickly and see what we got. 2 Nexus, 2 gateways. On the opposing side, we got a couple barracks. We've got the natural coming out for our Terran as well. Handful of Marines, a Cyclone, as well as a tank for the high ground defense. It's not looking too bad. Not looking too bad for a start here. Blink for Stalkers, almost finished out. That Robo facility almost done as well. Stim for our Marines and Marauders. Speaking of Marauder, we got another one on the way as well. Gonna see that tech lab being researched as well. We got some orbital scans, potentially Rebby. Actually, it's gonna be a lot more energy needed. You need 50 for that scan. Currently have 22 and 12, so not enough. A little Adept here in the middle of the map to scout for the allies in case anyone moves against Pinhead. Observer on the way as well for some extra vision here. All right, not too bad of a start in map number 3. Good expansions from both. Got combat shields on the way. Loving the upgrades on the way for our Terran player. This also will be the Templar Archives being created. Have the Zealot Rush on the way from our Twilight Council. And 4 more gateways. Yeah, a bunch of gateways also being created here. Scan to get rid of the Oracle, the Observer, excuse me. It's a really, really nice army early on here. What, we're like 5.5 minutes in? 3 tanks, a Cyclone, couple Marauders, and a handful of Marines. Actually, more than a couple. Gonna get a fight here in the middle of the map. Oh, good blink out. 1 Stalker does go down. Combat Shield and Stim almost done here as well. Combat Shield's going to give a little extra HP to these Marines. Is it 5 or 10? I forget. You see them don that shield here in a moment. It's 10 extra HP as they jump from 45 to 55. Thank you for the follows. Glad you're enjoying the content. As Dirty Dan Dolan moves in for a bit of pressure onto the bottom right, or the natural, of Estrella Pinhead. The siege is looking really promising from Dirty Dan as he moves more Marauders and Marines in. The tanks will unsiege and reposition here higher on the ramp. More Marauders coming in as a beautiful body block onto this ramp into the main base. Kills 23 probes. This is looking like it might be all done and dusted in favor of Dirty Dan. Dolan with a really good time attack, a heavy time attack, and the GG is called. Dirty Dan taking down Pinhead. Dolan cooked. That was so very nicely done from Dirty Dan. Give me those points. Oh, that's the wrong button. I think Pinhead isn't allowed, so we have to use their regular names. So Twitch Twitch predictions are ready to go. On the bottom right of our map number 1 in this best of 3 series for the round 3 of Site Delta is going to be Pinhead playing Protoss, aka Estrella. Top left of the map in the pink, we have got our normal man, which is going to be Epic, playing our pink Terran. So Site Delta, we just came out of this map in our previous best of 3. We'll see how things go here. As it's, we got odds on the gamble, that's nice to see. 5-minute prediction on who you think's gonna win map number 1 of our third best of 3 of the day, and it's 2 hours 16. That's not bad. That's not bad pacing for a tournament. Barracks over here. Okay, so we got double racks early on. Ooh, I wonder, is this rack's gonna be built and then floated, like, over this top corner or something like that? Reaper wall off over here in the bottom of the map has been begun, as we have our natural also started out, probably cybernetics core over here, as we saw Pinhead previously do that. I wonder what they're gonna do with this racks, because this is a auspicious position. Very interesting position on that. No scouting yet. Looks like maybe this probe right here is gonna move across the map. No, I'm just going to start the wall off at the natural. Not even the wall off, just going to get the pylon placement down at the natural. Okay. Reaper being created. Actually, double Reaper here. This barracks positioning is like, is suspect. One Reaper already making their way out, and, so I'm just double checking. I thought I had a button to follow units, but I forgot what that button was. Is it just L to lock onto a unit? Nope, that's units lost. Right. I forgot half of the buttons for casting in StarCraft 2. 2 racks hidden to deny scouting. That makes sense. It is actually being moved back over here. Okay. I thought it was going to be floated off somewhere else, but not the case. Another racks to be made, so lot of Marines and Marauders, potentially. Marines, Marauders, and Medevacs. No Starport, of course, but could be on the way. 3 Reapers. They won't scout out. Oh, they will scout out this Adept. Shade should be able to get the teleport, but I think this Adept is dead either way. Gonna Shade back. Gonna try and get that out of combat regen, as the Adept should be able to... Oh, no, they do get the Adept. They got it the last second, but this will be that combat drugs. I thought it had like a fancier name. Nope, combat drugs. Just regenerates HP on the Control Shift F. I should just make that a button on my stream deck, honestly. Reaper jumps up, sees the wall off, gets 1 auto attack, and I think might have seen that Stalker coming out. But 3 Reapers looking to harass a little bit here. Do we have full wall off? Looks like there was the full wall off, but that's going to be canceled right now. Natural being built up here, or at least saturation on the natural is beginning. Reaper is going to be rotating around just to check and see if any other expansions have been made by Pinhead. And I think Normal Man, aka Epic, is pretty comfortable with the Protoss locked back here. 1,300 to 420 on our best of 3 winner for this series here. If you'd like to get some gambles in, Twitch prediction will close in a minute. Mules coming down. It's a lot of men with guns and rocket launchers. Upgrade-wise, we don't have anything on the way. Stim and combat shields on the way. As combat shields only affect Marines. Yes. It's the stim that affects both. That's the one that I flipped the two of those. This Adept should get the shade to take down this other Reaper. Seems like there's a commitment to try and 1v1 this. It's close! And the Reaper wins. Meanwhile, while all that was happening, some Marines, some Marauders moving across the map. Don't know if the observer saw that. I actually don't think that it did, because it was on this higher ground over here, and this observer just moved in directly across the map. Concussive shells as well. We already have the stim finished out for both Marines and Marauders. Let's see what happens here. Stim activated. Focus down the sentry immediately, taking down one pylon that shuts off. Oh my god, it shuts the robo facility down just as it's about to finish that immortal. Oh my god. Bunch of probes pulled off the line. The machine guns are raining in damage. The rockets getting great value here, and there are still a good chunk of workers left in this main base, but man, these Marines have done so much. 33 probes. 33 probes as more Marines and Marauders are ready to cross the map. Deja vu from last... It is deja vu. Maybe Normal Man was watching the stream and's like, all right, Estrella can't handle a bunch of men with guns. Uh-oh, rounding the corner here. Marines and Marauders forcing back these... Oops, oh, I broke things. Should work like heroes, right? There we go. Sorry, I was like, how do I break off this vision? My brain went to heroes buttons and it works the exact same. Anyways, Stalkers will be forced back. Nice little blinks out from them. We have got infantry weapon level 1 about 50% done. Medevac on the way, 2 of those. We also will be seeing the Ghost Academy early on here. I feel like we see Ghost Academy way later in a lot of games. At least in my experience watching StarCraft, I feel like I see Ghosts so much later, so excited to see what the priority with that will be. More people with guns. Medevac's going to heal up a few of these Marines and Marauders as they move back across the map for another attack. Ghost on the way. Concussive shells, keep in mind, do have that slow. Stalkers will be forced to blink back. Scan. Really good scan right there. Sees this Colossus and a few other enemies moving in. Concussive shells or little auto attacks from the Marauders. Stim activated. And they're committing to go into this base again. A singular pylon to be... Oh my god, that robo facility getting decimated by these rockets. More probes to go down. Good force barrier splits this army. A couple Marines and Marauders make their way into the main base as we currently have the Natural still brawling out. Guardian Shield activated. Over here at the main, those units will be cleared out. We do have that Thermal Lance for our Colossus being researched as one Marauder makes it out alive, and this Medevac's so very low. I think they're just going to... I was going to say they're going to commit to doing some damage, but not the case. Okay, sorry, I'm just double checking stats here because I don't know the ghosts very well. Whenever I see ghosts, like, my brain always thinks that they have like some sort of like splash AoE, but I think it's that ability that we just saw for the 50 energy. So a bit of harassment, feels a little wobbly here, diving onto the main base with that medevac drop. Not a ton of value found, but I mean, as we take a look at the army difference and stuff like that, worker supply is not too too bad. Gas coming in a little bit more so for our Terran player. We're still on 2 base for both these teams, both these players, but I do see the 3rd base being created. I wouldn't be surprised if there is a... No, there's no command center to be floated into a 3rd position. 2 base... Oh, nice Stalker blink. Gets a few of these trailing Marines and Marauders. But meanwhile over here, yeah, we've got a great potential fight. Expansion discovered. No cancel onto the pylon. Should get a cancel onto that Nexus. Ghost is going to get some great value here. GG called! And Epic will be the victor in map number 1, Normal Man. Well then. Ghost had the EMP, which kills energy and shields. That one I know. But when I've watched, so Normal Man 1-0. Oh, that's the wrong chat channel. Normal Man 1-0. And so we are just looking for another lobby? Okay, no. Very normal game, yeah. No, so whenever I've watched like StarCraft 2, like ESL and stuff like that, whenever I see ghosts, I always feel like they have like big splash damage, but I think that's the snipe ability that I'm seeing activated, where they stand still for about 1.5 seconds. So, that's pretty cool. No ads need to run. I do need to get another cup of tea soon, though. We are flying through games so far. Let's see, Normal Man is still in game. Game 2 versus Pinhead. There we go. Make sure we get an invite. Oh, nope, zombies in. All right. Ghosts do have a big AoE damage ability where they can stand still. Nukes are fun. Nukes are fun. Big splash damage is EMP, shields and energy, and nukes is a nuke. Yeah, I thought there was like, because like when you hear that snipe audio, I thought there was always like splash damage with that, but maybe I guess I'm just not seeing it right. Snipe is just snipe. Okay. Today I learned. Thank you. All right. Players are in. Map is ready to go. Here we go. Game number 2 in our third best of 3. It's point-and-click damage after short channel. Ah, what's up, Kel? Good to see you. Thank you for the help, chat. I really do appreciate it. Very much do appreciate it. All right, map number 3 in this best of 3. All right, Normal Man with 1 game as we head into Crimson Court. First time we've seen this map on our stream today. And in the top right, in the lead in this best of 3 series, it's our Pink Terran. Normal Man, aka Epic. I guess I should say Epic, aka Normal Man. Bottom left in the red is going to be our red. Bottom left of the map in the red will be our Protoss player Pinhead. I apparently can't talk all of a sudden. But Pinhead, aka Estrella, down in this best of 3. We'll see what he's able to do. Alrighty, so we got our supply depot wall off beginning. Maybe it feels like AoE because it's used on big targets like Ultralisk and Broodlords. That is true, Freaky. That is very, very true. Early scouts. Not really early. There's going to be the Rich Vespine Geyser. But Assimilator Gateway on the way. No wall off or anything like that. Looks like there's 2 Reaper jump points over here. Actually, 3. 3 Reaper jump points. I'm going to build this barracks to the side for that little tech reactor wall off, sort of the way that it shoots off to the side here. Probe is going to harass a little bit. SCV is going to chase them down. Or chase them around, realistically, here. Get some scouting. Doesn't see anything weird. Natural already started by Pinhead on the bottom left. And we're going to be seeing Normal Man. What's the game plan here from our probe? Do we have Natural started? I thought the probe was going to try and block the location, but no such case. Marine comes out, gets a couple autos, and the probe's out of here. Oh, I didn't even see the misspelling of Broodlords. Brooflords. I love Brooflords. Sorry. All right, so the rich mineral field is going to be cleared out here, which will open up the opportunity for this northern expansion. We'll see if they... Curious if Pinhead's going to go for, like, a triangle. You have your natural to the top left main over here, and then you have this on the right side. Or we're just going to continue kind of moving up on the map. I mean, it leads me to believe that it'd be moving up, but this also opens up an opportunity to get units across the map instead of having sort of a funnel through the middle here, as we do kind of see that rotation from that probe is just directly across. Short run distance on this map, I do believe. Warp gate research on the way, Stalker, some Marines, a Hellion. We have that natural, as I mentioned. We do have a starport for our Terran player as well. There's that northern expansion, third base on the left. English has a lot of TH, so it defaults to that. English is just I've lived in America my entire life, and I have had English spoken around me my entire life. I still screw it up. Hallucination gets a little bit of scouting here. Probably sees. Let's actually see what this sees. Saw the starport, sees the natural, and that'll be cleared out. Okay. English sucks both. Exactly, Stark, yes. I mean, if you had a conversation with Stark and I and asked us to pronounce places in the UK, my pronunciation would be awful by comparison. Thank you for the follows. Glad you're all enjoying the content. Thank you all for checking out the stream and hanging out with us. If you are new to the stream, my name is Bahamut. I do a lot of casting and commentary, and I was lucky to be able to take part in this event, so shout out to Zombie Grub for the invitation and allowing me to take part. I guess not so much invitation, but for letting me take part. A couple probes will go down here. The Hellion's getting great damage in. And this is just wonderful Hellion splash damage, but the body blocking from these probes onto the ramp will deny... Ooh, I say deny, but still more probes are going to be going down here. Coming from Zombie Grub and Steadfast. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. We try and create some fun content. We just do our best to have a good time. I do a lot of Heroes of Storm commentary. That's where I started in my casting career. But we're expanding. When Stormgate comes out, I plan on doing Stormgate stuff. I love StarCraft 2, so being able to do a bit of casting for this is always fun. But it's just awesome. It's nice to break away from the main game here and there. Decent energy onto this Raven. Does have a auto turret. Gonna be able to throw that down. One probe taken out, and that auto turret will be cleared away here. Does this observer get seen? Did it show? It showed up for like a half a second there, or maybe that was me hitting the vision button late. Currently have a couple Marines blocked right there by that sieged up tank. But the natural, really well done here so far with the saturation. Might see in another expansion, but I will point out this expansion is saturated quite a bit. 61 to 45 in our current worker count. As I think that, yeah, I think they discovered the observer that'll be cleared away as well. I saw the unit loss jump up by 1. Currently have a pylon over here. Still expanding on this west side of the map, but a big army move. Something going down over here. Now, will this be scouted? So we know the trajectory right now is... Ooh, does he cut through? Oh my god, really? Wow! Oh, no, it's gonna show up at the last second. Okay, so they don't get that... the rotation I was thinking. A scout, or a scan, excuse me, we'll be able to see a couple stalkers, this Colossus as well. Siege tanks setting up. A whole heckload of Sergeant Hammers over here. Shield battery finishing out. Guardian shield activated as well. Marauders coming with a whole lot of great damage. Man, that Colossus dropped fairly low fairly quickly. Shield battery getting some great value, or good shielding back onto that Colossus so it doesn't drop. It looks like the gateways are going to be sacrificed here. One pylon is discovered. That siege tank taking care of that. Another scan to get the vision for the edge of these siege tanks. You can see it's just on the edge, so it's hitting... Ooh, can they take down the Twilight Council before Blink is done? Marauders are stepping in. They see... Oh my god, Blink is gonna be denied! Oh, that's awful. Disruptor comes out. A scan will reveal that Disruptor, so gonna be cautious of that. And more units are being moved across the map. As you take a look on the bottom left of your screen, you can see a few more Marauders and Marines on the way. Vikings getting some vision. There's another Guardian Shield activated. Great damage onto that front line as well. Colossus are going to be able to clear things away. Do we have the extended thermal lance? We do. And there's going to be the armor reduction. This unit has the armor reduced, and I believe that was from the Raven, if I remember correctly. Still have this Observer on the right-hand side, which is providing some vision on how this army's setting up. A couple Widow Mines are locking in place as they burrow down. Another shield battery taken out. Another scan to reveal this Pinhead just holding to the left-hand side of this engagement. Granted, this base just above is still pulling in great resources, minerals and gas. Normal Man, a little bit low in the bank. Pinhead with like 1,500. Working on that ground attack level 2. Zealot charge on the way. A couple Stalkers finishing out here. But just more units are moving in for Normal Man. And Epic is just chunking. Vikings getting great damage onto this Colossus. Another scan. Just get that extra vision for these siege tanks. And it does feel like this is the big commitment coming in from Pinhead to try and take down Normal Man and whittle their way through this entire army, but it's not happening. The whittling is happening the opposing way. These couple Zealots will come in here, and they will not be able to... Oh, they actually get a siege tank, but still is. I mean, we take a look at units lost. It's a 5k difference right now, and then some. I don't know how Astrea is going to come back into this one. More Stalkers summoned. Looks like the vast majority of this army's cleared out that was initially pushing, but guess what? More units have arrived, and Pinhead taps out. GG. Normal Man takes the series 2-0. Welcome back into round 4 of the Safe House. My name is Bahamut. On the left-hand side, or I guess the top left side, I should say, we have our Zerg player, which is Bacon and, aka Eggs. In the bottom right, in the pink, we have our Terran player, Normal Man, aka Epic. Twitch predictions going for the next 5 minutes. Who's going to win this series? And as I had mentioned before, these two players have played each other once in the past, and that was during an ESL Open Cup for America. It was a 2-0 for Eggs. Back to After Effects I go. Thanks for hanging out with us, Simon. Appreciate it, bud. Speaking of Elden Ring, oh! It's like 5 days till Shadow of Erdtree DLC. I cannot wait. I seriously cannot wait for the DLC for Elden Ring. It's going to be such a fun Friday. So we'll see our barracks as well as supply depot. Natural's already started by our Zerg player. We're also going to be seeing our spawning pool. We'll have the extractor as well. No proxy shenanigans, no weird stuff right now. SCV. Ooh! Oh. Wait, is it 2 SCVs moving across the map? No, I think this is just one for scouting, I do believe. I believe this will just be one SCV. All right. I saw 2 SCVs moving out, and I thought there was going to be some weird things going on, but no. We'll just see this rushed across the map. We have got a drone going for the 3rd base on the bottom left, on the west side. So this medevac, or this SCV, excuse me, scouts, sees the natural, 180s, and that's enough. But we know there's a 3rd base being built over here. Reaper on the way. Anything to defend against the Reaper? Not yet, but we've got a couple Lings and a couple Queens on the way. Uh-oh. Oh, this is the natural, sir. I wasn't looking at the mini-map there.
Our forces are under attack.
KD8 grenade, splitting the Lings. Currently have them chasing on to this Reaper that's gonna nicely, it's getting nicely microed. Combat drugs will heal this up. Oh, wait, hold on. Lings have to back away. Queens are gonna pop out here in a second at both bases. And we'll see this one Ling get a Spore Crawler out before it dies. Or excuse me, one drone before it dies. And that Queen's presence is enough to zone. We'll see that Spore Crawler canceled. Still have this being created. I keep checking the vision just to see.
Complete.
And no scout of that third base yet. We'll have double Hellions on the way with the reactor. We've got the tech lab on our barracks, another starport, or a starport on the way. High ground overlord. And we'll see that natural being made. Left side base is finished out and discovered. And is now, just as it's finished out, is discovered.
Complete.
Queen not done here, but I think these Lings should take down the Reaper. Never mind. Able to take down those two Lings, and that'll be the end of that one. Couple Hellions moving across the map right now. Any upgrades that we can note? Not for either side. Ling speed almost done. We are going to see Cloaking Field. Okay, Cloaking Field, I assume for the Banshees? Queens are going to move over to this third base to try and defend, as that was the anticipated attack. Reaper is able to back away. We'll heal up slowly outside of combat because of the combat drugs. Yeah, Banshee's on the way with Cloaking Field being researched. Okay. Really good micro defense from these Queens, constantly swapping between the natural ramp area and this third base corridor. More Queens to defend. Really, really good defensive setup so far from Bacon and. Hellions trying to poke at this, trying to get rid of a bit of that creep. Lings have that movement speed buff. See the little wings on them. Let's see, there's the Banshee. How much energy does it consume? 25, drains 1.3 for, okay. Cloaking Field not done yet, but it's just about to be. A couple more seconds. Yeah, about 10 more seconds to go on that one. Banshee will be scouted, but there's no Spore Crawler. Let's see how many of these drones will be taken down. There's going to be the Spore Crawler rapidly being built, but commitment to try and take down a few more drones. We'll be able to do so. Drones pulled off, moving back towards that third base. Queen over here on this natural gets a couple autos. Looks like the focus is on to building a couple Spore Crawlers in each of the bases for defenses, and I think another Spore Crawler. Yep, there's one over here as well. Cloaking Field was finished out. We've got ground or infantry level 1 as well as stim finishing out. We've got infantry level 1, so it's 1-1 infantry actually. Third base that was being built up is currently being hit with a few of those missiles from the Banshee. Stim about to finish out. Got a couple, we still have those Hellions in the middle of the map over here. And this Banshee will be, oh, Cloaking Field activated and there's nothing to scout that out. No Spore Crawler. There's one being built over here. We'll probably move into position. Good expansions, even though the harassment from Normal Man is quite annoying to deal with. Oh, really good just edge of the Spore Crawler range to snipe out a couple more drones. How many have we lost here? 9 drones, 4 Lings, almost 600 minerals from the Zerg player. Not the biggest deal in the world. Some Banelings being created here. We'll also have the Evo Chamber on the way. 20 Lings as well. This hatchery will finish out, and that Spore Crawler moving in. Just to a better position to defend. Nothing really anti-air outside of course, those Queens and the Spore Crawlers. And still committing to a lot of Lings and stuff. We will see the centrifugal hooks for those Banelings. Also, Ground Carapace 2, melee attack 1. More creep tumors being spread. And a little split attack here into this third base. Siege Tank says hello, and the Lings run away. Because I do believe these medevacs are going to be scouted out. And Marines drop down. Actually, Lings were being pulled back earlier. Good pickup onto those Marines. Don't think anywhere lost right there. This base is going to start getting saturated here. More Marines drop down. Ling's trying to take care of those. Okay. 3 racks on the way. How many barracks are we sitting on right now? There's going to be 10 barracks? No. Oh, no, it's 9 barracks in a second here. 8. Actually, we can't count today. 8 barracks. Men with guns going to 2-2. Banshee's still harassing. Doesn't look like there's much commitment to go further into Banshee stuff. There's no upgrades onto the air attack. So I think the Banshees are just here with the cloaking field to distract. Nice scan will reveal quite a bit of creep, and a lot of that's cleared away. Looks like new creep tumors are going to be placed out. Maybe Queen's on the way for that one. Actually seeing the... Oh, I'm blanking on the name. Inject. And a 6th base to be taken here. We'll see Marine harassing onto an Overlord. Supply-wise, it's about a 30 difference, and decent wave of units being moved in here. It's going to be a heal onto this Queen. Oh my god, one of these Queens is so low, 6 HP currently. Is able to back away. No cancel onto that hatchery. That'll be taken down and lost minerals. More transfuse coming out. There's some Hydralisks here as well to help out. Right now, Normal Man moving in. Oh, oh no, we are in the first map of this best of 3 series. I thought we were in the second map for some weird reason. Marines are just tearing through this right now. Lings coming in, some Baneling explosions as well. More Banelings coming in. The tanks should be taken down. Siege tanks taken out. Hellions. Wonderful damage coming through as well. No upgrade for them. Just going to be looking at Stim, Combat Shield. We've got that Cloaking. We got 1-1 for Terran. On the opposing side, it's 1-2 for Zerg, as well as that Speed on Banelings and Lings. Uh-oh! It's Seismic Spine time with some Lurkers, chat. We all know what to do with Lurkers, right? That's some good Banshee damage? For sure it is. Are those Banshees still even alive? Those Banshees are still chilling. Lurker is being built. Looks like there's going to be a cancel. Oh, this base is just destroyed. No, the Queen! Oh, good micro as well. Good auto-attacking coming out from Normal Man. Bacon and, I don't know if this is defendable. Losing 2 bases right there. It's not the worst in the world. Gonna boost into the main base. Dropping along the way. Got a siege tank in the mix. Actually, 2 siege tanks here as well. Fighting on this ramp is not working out too well. Lurker actually takes down one of the tanks. A scan, believe it will reveal. Transfuse onto the Lurker, try and keep it healthy. Lurker gets a bit of value. Not too much. And the GG is called. Normal Man, with some normal gameplay, takes a normal victory. I believe you're not supposed to build Lurkers, but you're also supposed to build Lurkers. Mr. Tasty Toes. That's enough. I see you ripping on that Duo Claw, dude. I see you pulling on that Duo Claw. No need to rip your nails out. I know you're upset about the loss for the Zerg. I get it. I'm upset as well. Normal Man 1-0. Epic is playing really well. I agree. Epic is playing very, very well. And we're getting into it. Just like that. Boom, bang. Into another map in this best of 3. We are flying through the games today. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out. And I hope you're enjoying our wonderful StarCraft 2 casting. I'm getting a couple things wrong here and there, but we're having a good time. That's what matters. That's what matters most. We're having a good, grand time. All right, Ghost River. Map number 2 in our 4th best of 3 of the day. On the top right, in the pink, up in this best of 3 series, we've got a Normal Man, Pink Terran. And top left, in the blue, in this best of 3 series down, trying to take us to a map number 3, through Ghost River, this will be Bacon and Eggs. We should just call them Epic Normal Man and just Bacon and Eggs. Very simple. All right, let's see what we got going on. Sir Robin bravely ran away. Yes, he did. Banshee harassment in the last game was really good. An immediate wall off on the ramp. We'll see our refinery being built here as well. Some overlords moving out just across the map just to get some extra vision early on. Extractor. We'll also see that spawning pool. I was about to say, natural should be coming out in just a second here from Bacon and Eggs, and absolutely natural comes through. And probably Normal Man having some scouting in just a moment. Actually might go for that second supply depot for the full wall off before going for any scouting. No. Reaper on the way. Natural will be started here as well. Maybe. Not sure. Little ships in the night. Oh, actually not going to be able to see the Overlord, but it doesn't really matter. Just hold on to this. Uh-oh.
Command center upgrade.
Couple Lings will be discovered here. The Natural will be seen. And I believe this SCV is all but dead. I do hear that Reaper is out and available. Overlord sees it, okay. So Lings took down that SCV that was scouting. We've got Ling speed on the way with the metabolic boost. Just gonna have these Lings. It looks like they're gonna take a long rotation around here just to try and figure out if there's any proxy stuff, any weird things being set up early on. Nothing to be found. Some roaches on the way as well. We have not seen a lot of roaches. I'm liking the roach warren early on here. Also have a roach back at the main base for defenses. Couple also roaches being built. And that Reaper, I think it was discovered. Nah, looks like they might have just moved past each other and no trade and damage. But this Reaper will discover these roaches. KD8 grenade. And that just moves them around a little bit. Reaper didn't get much scouting outside of what the SCV's already seen. Oh, I wanted to jump onto player vision there for a second. Yep. No, they did see the roach warren on the way, though. Okay. And of course, obviously, the roaches have shown up here. Ravager being mutated. Grenade. That was a really weird animation. It was stuck on. It was doing the in the air animation, but it was also kind of stuck on the ramp. But whatever. Another morph or transformation onto a Ravager. Whoa! Hello, Ling City. Scouted out by this Reaper. Couple Lings will be moved over, take him down. Barracks are here, but these barracks will be taken down quite quickly. Ravager, Bile drops coming down. Couple SCVs taken out as well. And Bacon and Eggs might have a really fast time attack. Is there another Bile drop to take down the tank? I don't think there's vision on that high ground, actually. I don't think there's any vision to take that down, but here's the thing. These Ravagers have decent range, and they're going to start working on the command center over here. Not going to pull this up just yet. Still trying to get this Overlord in position so that there's some vision onto that high ground. Ravagers maybe with some artillery as the Overlord provides great vision. Big Bile drop. Corrosive Bile, excuse me. Talking like it's hot. Another big old corrosive Bile. Takes down that high ground siege tank. Trying to poke down this supply depot. Only one Ravager around. Little saturation here over on the natural. Couple more Lings and Roaches, I do believe, are moved in. Let's take a look at upgrades really quickly. Still just Ling speed. Still just the Ling speed. And Ling is maybe... Okay, they're going to move a Ling over here just in case there's that command center floated to a different spot to continue soaking out some minerals. Because right now, main base is starting to get a little... It's not that bad, but it's starting to thin out a little bit. Yep. Ling going to be rallied back and forth right there. Let's see what else we got going on currently. With the Overlord that was utilized for vision taken down, that does kind of put a pause on all of this. Hellion, Banshee. Actually, Banshee just got finished out. I do believe, or was it canceled? No, it was just at 50%. I just lost it on the bar. Another Ravager moving in. SCV will be scouted. This this Queen will step off creep and just, yeah. SCV sacrificed for a bit of scouting. And that drone will deny extra vision. I mean, realistically, nothing's changed. I mean, we know this, obviously, because we're in the caster mode. Oh, this is awkward now, because the Banshee takes down one Ravager, forces the Lings back. No anti-air, as a third base is going to be grabbed. The Lings are... Okay, so this is going to be Lings committed. Lings are pulled back over here to try and deny some of this expansion, but the Lings are now going to be moved back over towards the allied side of the map. All right, not bad early harassment coming out from Bacon and Eggs, but a fantastic hold from Epic, aka Normal Man. Really, really good hold. Another Cloaking Field research. We've got Still on the way. This Overlord should be taken down, as this Overlord will be out. I'll lose a little bit of supply off of that. Uh-oh, Banshee over here. No anti-air set up, and I guess this will just be canceled. Spore Crawler. Moving down, but it's out of range. It just needs to be on creep, I do believe, and so yeah, it's just taking a little bit of time to get that close enough. Spore Crawler's here, so are some Queens. And this hatchery is finished out, but it's below 50% already. There's Spore Crawler moving into position. Meanwhile, those Banshees get into a better spot and are going to be harassing onto this Roach Warren, I think. No, they're They're gonna be going for a few more. Gets one drone, trying to take down the Spore Crawler that's about to finish out. Spore Crawler does finish in time. Maybe we see that Spore Crawler moved over towards the edge for a little bit better defense. Ling's still chilling over here. We got the Overlord as well. And that third base wasn't taken down, but these Banshees get a couple more autos onto the hatchery as the Queens move in. But, oh my god, the Queens are constantly being pulled all around. This is just really great Banshee harassment. And while all that's happening, armies being built up, 1-1 research. Like, Terran is bouncing back quite a bit here. See if Eggs and Bacon will be able to find an opening to make this a 3-map series. But the early game Banshee harassment, I mean, it's been wonderful. 2 kills, so 4 kills between the 2 Banshees. Scan to try and take out a little bit of creep. Queen step in. 1 Banshee around a third of its HP at 38 out of 140. Still just have this group of Lings over here. And money-wise, things are looking okay. Maybe we'll see a transfuse onto this hatchery. Heal it up a little bit. But right now, the energy is mostly focused on what I'm assuming are just the injects. Oh, we got speed for roaches, missile attack, and ground carapace being researched as well. We don't have... Yeah, that's actually... Currently, it's just stim and... Stim and Metabolic Boost, researched by both sides. But Combat Shield about to finish out. Marine's about to have 10 extra HP. Oh. I was like, what's going on over here? So, Siege Tank over here will clear out most of the Lings. Good Corrosive Bile, zoning back a few of these enemies as the Roaches come in. Another Corrosive Bile drop down. Heals from the Medivacs are pretty good. Roaches and Lings on the way. Siege Tank setting up. A scan to get some extra vision for those Siege Tanks. Corrosive Bile drops. This is looking really good for Epic right now. And Normal Man, aka Epic, takes the series in a 2-0. GG, well played. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into the Safe House NA tournament. My name is Bahamut. On the bottom left of Asilani, I don't think I'll ever say that right. We'll have Normal Man, aka Epic, which will be our pink Terran player. Over in the top right, we have not seen them yet today. A new Zerg player on our stream. We have got our blue Cham. We didn't really talk about the head-to-head matchup in all of this. Let me get a tab out here really quickly. Cham is from Mexico, if I'm not mistaken. And we'll be seeing, of course, Epic, our NA, or North American United States player, as Terran. These two have met up a couple times in the past. Once in 2016. It was a 2-0 for Cham. once in, twice actually in 2018. It was a 3-2 for Cham, a 2-0 for Cham as well. And then in 2020, they played against each other again. Cham took a 2-1 against Epic in the ESL Open Cup for America. And then Epic actually took a 2-0 up against Cham during the NA Ladder Hero July 2020. It does not seem like they played against each other since then. So the results, at least through the head-to-head on Liquipedia, showcase a confident lead for our Zerg player. But that was about 4 years ago since the last time they played against each other. We'll see how this works out. Get your gambles in. I've got to give it a try. Gonna go back into lurk mode. Oh, thank you so much for the lurk. Thanks for coming by and saying hi, Keyless, and hope you're having a wonderful Saturday. Natural for our Zerg is up and going. Natural for our Epic, our Terran player, is just now beginning. A bit more to go on that one. We'll see the spawning pool finish out here. A couple queens made immediately. Sorry, I just ate a bunch of food. Just still reeling from it. Gotta get some water in me. Reaper moving across the map as the SCV comes back. Third base will be started out here. Will that be scouted out? Natural, of course, scouted out here. Actually, looked like the medevac was pulled back. It didn't actually do anything. Didn't even get any scouting. But natural harassment, Reaper, decent damage. Did he take down? Nope. No units lost yet, but this Reaper should go down. As the Queen at the main base needs one attack. Doesn't get it out in time. There's a StarCraft tournament? I thought this was a sandwich stream. No, the sandwich stream just ended. Now it's back to being a StarCraft tournament. Vision from the Overlord does see that Reaper healing up with combat drugs just below the third base expansion. A little bit more poke from our Reaper right now, so he'll just float around over here, being annoying. Natural for our Terran. Normal Man has been finished out. Gonna start getting these refineries out as well. Got our starport finishing out. We got a factory with the reactor. Tech lab on the barracks as well. Gonna swap that out. Probably put the starport onto that tech reactor. And is this gonna be... We did see Normal Man go for Banshees earlier, and that's exactly the case right now. We got Banshee on the way, Hellions as well. Hellions quite literally on the way across the map to help out this Reaper. That third base is finished out, starting to get some saturation of that. Some creep being spread as well by the Queens. Try and clear out that creep, and manages to get it. Pretty good gamble on this best of 3 series here. Thank you, chat. Metabolic boost finishing out. Stim starting out for the Terran player. More drones on the way. All right. 51 drones currently, with a few more on the way as well. As we see 6 more in the production line. No cloaking. No cloaking research right now from our Terran player. Though I do see more Hellions moving across the map. I have 6 over here, as well as that Reaper. Queen set up on these ramps to try and defend, and will not be able to take down one of those Hellions. They thought about going into that natural, but decided to pull off to the left-hand side. Get a bit more scouting. No expansion over that way. Creep tumor up against these rocks as the Queens are going to move off creep, but they're going to continue spreading said creep around. And do they see each other here, or is it just out of vision? Well, they definitely see each other. Banshee on the right-hand side. No cloaking, as I mentioned, but hey... That's one ling to go, or one drone to go down. 2 drones will be picked off. Couple auto attacks coming out from these Queens. And the Banshee's pulled off to the side. Another Banshee on the way. Third expansion, or third base for Normal Man, aka Epic. 6 difference in worker. Actually, it's a 10 worker difference right now. This is our the 4th base for Cham. Was poked at by those Hellions. I thought there was going to be more of a commitment. More creep tumors spread. Still have a very low Hellion over here. Still 6 Hellions. Nah, it's actually even more than that at this point. We're seeing 8 Hellions. to try and harass. Couple Banshees as well. Speaking of couple Banshees, here they are. Floating in towards that third base. Couple auto attacks from the Queens. Can they take down that Banshee? Oh my god, 5 HP in a dream. 5 HP as the mineral line to this base will be cleared out. That third base saturation beginning. Really good start from both these sides. The Zerg player, of course, multiple bases. I think there's actually set up here for another expansion. We do see this one almost done, this hatchery. Scan from those Hellions, or scan from Epic to try and clear out some more creep. And our hooks are done for the Banelings. They've got Baneling speed. Ooh, are those some beautiful Mutas I see? Oh, the best Zerg unit out there. Mutalisk's on the way. Queens walked off a creep. Zelnaga Tower activated. Let's see what we got inside of all this. Marines and more Marines. Yes, a lot of Marines. Combat shield almost done. Stim is done. 1-1 for ground infantry almost. Uh-oh. The Mutas were on the way for an attack, but there was enough of a reveal right there, and oh no, this is gonna go so south for Epic player Cham with a wonderful... Oh my god, that was so wonderfully done. Don't think many units were lost. Oh, wrong button. There we go. 2 Mutas for 2 Medivacs and a lot of Marines. We got some Banelings coming in here as well, and this third base is taking so much damage. Mutas are going to be pulled back. Banshees, one Banshee was taken down right there. More Mutas on the way, more Lings as well. Banelings will be exploding, and those will be taken down. Lings with speed, moving over to the right-hand side. Did Centrifugal Hooks finish out? It did, okay. I thought I saw the Banelings rolling, but I was doubting myself there. 34 more Lings to be built, with some more Mutas as well, healing up from the Medivacs around. Marines. A little bit of... Oh, nicely done. Nice missile turret deny. Mutas now move into the main base. They're going to arrive to a handful of Marines to defend. And caught between a lot of Marines here, the Mutalisk is going to be shredded. Oh, no, a couple of them will be able to get away. Mutas do heal out of battle, though. They do have the regenerate life faster than most Zerg units. Some creep to be cleared out. Banshee with full energy. Cloaking, was it research? No, it wasn't, but we're on the way for 2-2 for infantry here. 2-2 infantry. More Marines on the way. And what do we have for defenses here? 11 Mutas, some Banelings, a lot of Lings, 68 Lings currently. And I think a few more to be created. Creep is going to be poked at, so is that Overlord. Maybe a wraparound being set up on this left-hand side. A lot of units are just being walked across the map. This feels like a very big commitment from Epic. Normal man. Good Baneling damage. A little bit of lagginess on all this. It doesn't matter. Let's zoom out a little bit further so we can see things better. Mutas being pulled back. Banelings get some damage. The GG is called, and Normal Man takes a commanding map number 1 here in our round 5 best of 3 series. Wowee. Wowee. Okay. That was not bad at all. Alrighty. Getting set up for another map here really quickly. Man, round 5. Wow, round 5 already going. Oh, looks like a player needs 1 second really quickly here. Dolan versus Egg. Okay. Is that other series happening at the exact same time? I don't know. Either way, that was a really, really good game from Normal Man. Just playing really well today, honestly. Normal Man kind of playing epically, if you will. Kind of an epic Normal Man. Either way, let's see. Tournament is currently at $5,686.20. If you'd like to donate towards the tournament, you can use !SafeHouse. That'll get you over to the Matcherino. There are a few other goals. The current goal, which is the closest, obviously, is if 6K is hit, Fruitlands will be map number 1 of the best of 9 finals. Thank you for the follow. Glad you're all enjoying the content. Welcome to the stream. While we're waiting for map number 2 to get going in this round 5 matchup of 7 rounds, now's a good time to remind you we do stream 6 days a week. We are a full-time streamer here, so every little bit is appreciated. If you're having a good time, be sure to drop a follow. And if you'd like to support further, it's always much appreciated. We do a lot of casting. We got some fun streams. Tomorrow we're going to be doing Here's a Storm. We got 4 best of 3s tomorrow, as well as a cooking stream. After that, we'll be doing fried chicken sandwiches. I'm really excited about that one. I'm actually going to be soaking the chicken in buttermilk after stream today. So that way it'll be nice and buttermilky, because typically it's best soaked for like 12 to 24 hours before you cook it. So it won't be like a super long cooking stream, but it'll be a fun time tomorrow. It'll be a good time. It'll be a really, really fun stream. I actually have most of it set up in the kitchen already, so that way I can chill after stream, because I thought today was going to be a really long day, and I mean, we're already at 4 hours of StarCraft casting. Not too bad. All right, players are ready. We are just waiting for a button to be pushed, and then we'll get going into our next map in round 5, best of 3. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Okay, there's that. Ooh, Crimson Court. Welcome in, everybody, into map number 2 in this best of 3 series. In the top right of Crimson Court, we're going to be taking a look at our Terran in the lead, Normal Man, aka Epic. Bottom left of Crimson Court, trying to make this a series that goes the distance. Take us into a map number 3. We have got our red Zerg player, Cham. So, what do we get for our starts here? Anything interesting, unique, or is it just going to be an expansion? Okay, natural immediately for our Zerg. I love the drone skin for this, the little spinning blades on their mandibles. Barracks for our Terran. As I already mentioned, the natural coming out for our Zerg player. Overlord being moved across the map. Some vision to be grabbed here over towards the right as well, excuse me. Sorry, I had to get myself some tea. As, well, racks to be created. Nothing crazy at the start. No proxy stuff. I'll have to take a look and see how the, we won't spoil anything, but I'll have to take a look and see how the standings are looking after this map here. Could be the map that sets us up into round 6, or, as I said, could see Cham take us into a map number 3. Definitely possible. Had some pretty good moments on that previous map. Unfortunately, it just kind of fell apart. So many banelings, or so many, I keep wanting to say ultralisks. Nudalisks taken down in what seemed like a fight that was benefiting our Zerg player. And the Terran scouts out the natural, and that's a 180 back to home. Reaper, though, as you did hear in the background, is done. And now the Reaper going across the map for some harassment. Got Lings on the way, Queen as well. They should be popping just as this Reaper makes it here. Nudalisks, yes. Alright, so there's Lings popping out just as the Reaper gets here. Maybe one Ling lost. KD8 grenade goes down, no displacement. One of these drones getting a little bit low. Can't micro that other Ling back in time, and we'll lose one. Gonna pull the other one out of this engagement and let it kind of sit on the left-hand side over here. And with the queens up and available, this looks like the Reaper's going to be pulled out. Natural started out by our Terran player, just now finished out, actually. So see that expansion already for them. Wouldn't be surprised if our Zerg player is looking for an expansion, and that will be scouted out. Reaper at max range, just kind of poking onto this right now. Immediately pulled away after a couple autos. Queen, walking out a little bit further. They've got creep spread, but that Reaper's just out of range and has a little bit too much mobility. Floats in. Either way, let's take a look here. We got metabolic boost on the way for our Lings. Oh, starport as well as a third command center being built. Maybe going to take a fast third for our Terran player. Moving that barracks off of the tech lab. I'm assuming this will be starport moved over to the right side. Get that set up for the Banshee. Maybe get some research on cloaking. Overlord being moved over here. Oh, we got a couple Hellions moving across the map right now, as well as that Reaper. So kind of same or similar opening for Normal Man, Epic Normal Man. Queen's over here to defend. Maybe a bit of creep to be cleared away. I think there's energy. There should be enough energy to get a scan if they want to clear out a bit of creep, but that doesn't seem like the priority for the time being, so Queens will be fine to be able to continue to spread creep out. Metabolic boost done in 5 seconds here, as you see on the right side of your screen. Well, these expanding tumors will be cleared out, unfortunately. Another grenade out from the Reaper as the replacement creep does come down. Just still trying to spread things out here. Looking around. Big Sid, thank you for the tier 1 for 18 months. A recent alert when we get out of game. Thank you very much for the continued support, my friend. Extractor finished here at the main base for full saturation. We actually have Extractor down over here at the natural, and double Extractor for the third base. As the Hellions come in, gonna poke a little bit here. Ooh, expansion near the rich Vespine gas. It's I wouldn't say it's like an aggressive expansion, but it's definitely, it feels open. It feels very open to an attack. Looking at the mini-map here on the left side, we see this Banshee floating in. There is going to be a Spire on the way as well. No Spore Crawler to clear out or to defend, and Queens have to be pulled back. Wow, it's a lot of drones to be lost. 7 drones will go down. We'll see maybe a Spore Crawler being built around here. No, drones go right back into the mineral line. And this expansion here is still underway. And that Banshee takes a bit of damage. Was cloaking research? I haven't really been looking at the top left screen. Nope. No cloaking. We'll have 1-1 and stim for the Marines and Marauders. A scan over here to clear out more creep. Lings, they consider moving them in. 2 Lings thrown out for a little more scouting. But that engagement, that poke, it's over. Alright, there's our expansion over here. Fourth base, sorry, for Cham. As I said, there's not really any defensive tools around. You got some Queens. There's an inject really quickly. Some Lings moved up here. Hooks being researched by our Zerg player. We've got Flyer level 1 attack as well. Creep is just massively being reduced. Lings go in, but I don't think they really want to fight against these Hellions. And the rich gas extractor is ready to go. Banelings here. No Baneling speed. Centrifugal hooks is about 20 seconds away from being finished out. Well, less than that. There was that third base grabbed as well. We did see that command center being built, and it was floated over there for that fast expansion. Another Banshee coming out here. I think we have 2 Banshees on the map right now. Yep, there are 2 Banshees. Another little poke attack over here. Mutalisk coming in. 88 grenade going out. That's a nice surround. And a couple Hellions to be finally taken down. This base does not seem like it was harassed too much, or was too worried about that. Combat shield almost done, but infantry 1-1. Armor and weapons ready to go for our Terran player. Banshee moving in, trying to scout out, see what's going on. Creep tumor to expand. Vision over towards that base on the left-hand side. Banshee does take down these drones. Gets one. One drone does go down, but a hefty Mutalisk attack 4, 8, 12 mutas moving in here. Flyer Tech 1 is not done. Some Marines will be taken down. Supply depots are going to be poked at here as well. But it doesn't seem like the priority is going to be trying to poke down that supply. It seems like the priority is maybe like a pincer attack. I say that, and now the mutas are being pulled back over here. But there's still this massive. Oh no, this base is gone. This base is gone. The mutas over here will be zoned by the missile turret as well as a handful of Marines. And Normal Man is making some epic plays right now. Just having a good time. Playing just a simple Terran game. Not seeing many options for Cham to come back into this one. Maybe we get the fight here. A lot of Banelings rolling in. Big Baneling potential damage. Gonna split those into a few different Terrans. We've got our Marines. That's gonna be a lot of damage onto those tanks. And that fight was not too bad for our Zerg player. Still is about 1,300 more minerals spent, as well as almost 800 more gas as well. Muta's gonna be poked at here. Going in for another attack, taking down the siege tank. Baneling damage is pretty good. A few more Marines taken out. And now we have, that's a stim. Drones are pulled into this fight. It's just a big mash of units on top of each other here. And Marines are doing great work. Mutalisks are going to be pulled back, but that's a bunch of Banelings popping out right here. And those Banelings are going to take down a lot of Marines. Can these Mutalisks clean up this fight? There's a lot of medevacs available. Only like 6 or so Marines. There's actually 8 Marines over here. More Marines coming in. It's feeling a little rough right now, and big thing too is infantry armor's about to finish out. It's actually infantry 2-2 for our Terran player. A couple Banelings on the way as well, but I think this is Normal Man with a very epic, consistent push, and that'll be Normal Man taking map number 2 in this best of 3 series up against Cham in round 5 of Safe House. I just want to make sure we got that resub out. Thank you so much, Big Sid, for the tier 1 for 18 months. I appreciate that greatly. Alrighty, everybody, we are here into another series. We are rocking, we are rolling. Round 6 of the day in the NA Safe House tournament series for the round robin. We have got Binhead, your Protoss player, aka Trigger, here on Alcilene. On the bottom left, we are going to be seeing Bacon and Eggs. Eggs is going to be our Zerg player in the red, who's already got their natural out and ready to go. We were a second or two late getting into this one, but either way, it doesn't matter. We're wrecking, we're rolling. It's the Baja effect. I honestly hope Epic, aka Normal Man, is like, yeah, that's the reason I won. It's because I was on Baja stream. It was the power of Bandit. While we're getting our match started here, and that's... oh, sorry, I'm still mentally on Terran. I'm like, wow, that's a really fast natural for Terran. This is going to be our Canadian Protoss player, Trigger, versus our Colombian Zerg player, Eggs. These two have met each other a couple times in the past. They played against each other in 2021. Trigger was victorious 2 times in the Battle of America's number 58, number 57, in a 2-0, both of those times. And the last time they fought each other, Eggs and Trigger, was in the ESL Open Cup 152 and 151, and those are both 2-0s for Trigger. So, the statistics lean in favor of Trigger, aka Binhead, but we have seen those stats very incorrect today. Epic technically should have lost against most of his opponents, and he didn't. Bit of a spoiler, but whatever. Imagine getting lobbies as fast in HOTS. Imagine HOTS players actually trying to make lobbies. Well, I mean, some HOTS teams are not too bad. Like, Gilly Shark at Bingo Night, in the past, when I've casted them live, they were always, like, on top of their lobbies. There's definitely some teams out there for Heroes of Storm that are on top of their lobbies, but this series was literally about to start, I believe. And, so yeah. Actually, I think they were waiting for me, realistically, because I was technically claimed for this game. Anyways, a lot going on around the map right now with some adept harassment. We have this overlord over here, gonna get that vision, seeing units leave. Also seeing this wall off or the setup for it. And that looks like it's gonna be... Oh no, that's gonna be... There's a slight corridor right there. Okay, there's the overlap between those. I do believe that should be how it works out. Drones pulled off of the natural. Adepts are gonna get the shade out. There's a probe back into all of this, maybe looking to harass a bit. The adept shade... So one is able to get away. This probe should go down. Might have been mismicroed there. Might have been a misplay, but either way. There was that pylon placed over here. That was cleared out, and then the third base is already going to be taken on this top left or the west side of Alcini. But we have an Oracle. Oracle's only doing ground unit damage. No structural damage from them, if I'm not mistaken. Gonna clear out... was that a larva lost right there? Oh, it might have been a drone just popping up or something. Cancel an immediate rebuild. Wow. Nicely done on that Spore Crawler. Alright, gonna be having this Oracle move over here, get a little bit more energy. Ground units. Okay, yeah. I saw it attacking the Spore Crawler thing, and I was like, wait a minute, what? I guess it's being built, so it counts as a ground unit. Because the Oracles can't attack the Spore Crawlers once they're done, right? Or is the Spore Crawler just considered a ground unit, period? It's considered a structure, but is it not considered a structure while being built? Chat, I need help. A third Oracle? Really? Wow. 3 Oracles to harass. Gonna have some shielding back. Forge on the way. They can attack buildings? Oh, okay. I assumed it was only ground units based on the verbiage of the beam. But I guess they can attack... I've just never seen attack structures, which I guess... I mean, I guess that'd be a waste of the energy. Typically, you use these Oracles just to take down as many drones as possible. And a lot of drones are lost here. I think 1 Oracle did go down. Now, 1 Oracle taken down. About a 300 difference in minerals spent or lost. You usually don't see it because the spores kill Oracles quickly. Ah, okay. Yeah, I in all the games I've seen, I've just never seen them actually attacking onto a Spore Crawler or structure, so... I'm sure I've seen it, and I'm misremembering. 4th base, the west side, and this triangle base, or at least this 6th base? 6th base will be taken. 5th, we can count. We're caster mathing today. Bit of a glass cannon. Alright, well, let's take a look and see what we got going on. 3rd base, of course, taken by our Protoss. Got good saturation onto that one. Some Stalkers moving across the map. Taking a look at upgrades. Warp Gate is done. Blink for Stalkers, what, 30 seconds away? 40 seconds away or so, maybe less than that. Protoss Ground 1 is being researched. That's going to finish up here in about 20 seconds. We've got a Warp Prism as well. And on the opposing side, we got Zerg Melee level 1 on the way. This is probably going to get canceled out, this hatchery, but this one should be finished out. A little bit of harassment from these Lings to try and pull the attention away, but we should see a cancel onto this. There it is. Are they orb build? Oh, no, they're glass cannon. Man, this one adept was just blocking, and a lot of Lings to be lost right there. I think also that Overlord was taken out, so no vision from that. Speaking of vision, a lot of creep spreading around the map. Nicely done from Bacon and Eggs. Of course, these players are very, 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 very skilled, so not too surprising on that front, but just little things to note here as we're moving around. Lings go in, Stalkers blink away. Metabolic boost from those Lings allows them to move fairly quickly and pull back. We've got some Hydralisks on the way, Groove Spines, as well as Missile Attack level 1 being upgraded. A couple Transfuses coming off onto these Queens to try and keep the health bars nice and up there, but this is a lot of really good Stalker damage. I don't know if this is going to go well for Bacon and Eggs. I think Binhead, aka Trigger, should have this in the bag. As these stalkers are just rampaging through, and I mean, unit-wise, we got a bunch of Hydralisks on the way. I think actually the Hydralisks were cleared out. We've got 10 Hydralisks being built. Yeah, that was a really good play from Binhead. Really good play from Trigger, aka Binhead. Okay. Wow, wait. That was a really fast game. That was a really, really, really fast game. Wonderfully done. We've let the admin know the score update. That's all good. All right, what's everything looking like right now? So we're in round 6. Disc and Estrella still need to go up against each other. Thank you for the follow. Glad you're enjoying the content, bud. I'm gonna go AFK. Message me on Discord if needed. Okay. So what's going on? Like, there's a series that's not happening. I don't know what's going on. Or is it like the mainstream is doing some shenanigans or something? I don't know. I don't know what we're doing on this, but either way. Oh yes, some of these, like we had a game earlier that was half an hour long, and we've had some games that are a few minutes, and they're just like boom, 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 one really, really good time attack, and it's all over right there. All right, our next map is ready to go. Golden Aura. Thank you all for the follows. I appreciate it. Welcome to all the new viewers. If you're having a good time, thanks for hanging out with us. I do stream 6 days a week. Monday's my only day off, so if you're having a good time, at least drop a follow. Costs us your dollars if you want to support the stream further. It's much appreciated. But if you're lurking, having a good time, thanks for being here, and thanks for choosing our channel. Back over here into Golden Aura, we have got our teal Protoss player, Binhead, aka Trigger, in the lead in the top left. Bottom right of the map will be Bacon and Eggs, or I guess Bacon and, aka Eggs, will be our Zerg player in the pink. Of Golden Aura, trying to take us to a map number 3. We'll see what the game plan will be from our Zerg player. Any sort of early attacks? Is there going to be an all-in? Is there going to be a big base? Is it going to be like a big macro play and just try and take over the entire map against the Protoss? Let's see how map number 2 unfolds. Oh, I have so much respect for players in StarCraft. I have respect for RTS players in general, especially at the high level. Like I've played, I've watched, we've casted obviously, but man, it's the amount that goes into this, the amount of like knowledge and like time of learning and things like that. There's a lot. There's a lot. I did see Stormgate, by the way. They had on Twitter, they posted their roadmap for the next like year and a half or so. And the biggest thing that I'm excited about that I saw was the integrated tournaments. So I'm really hoping, I mean, that's in the 2025 section. I mean, this was posted on Twitter this morning. It's not like I'm breaking NDA. But there's some really, really cool stuff for Stormgate, and I'm very much looking forward to that. And if you don't like Stormgate based on the art style, I guess I don't know what to tell you. That is like the most common Reddit post I see, like on Stormgate. It's like, really? The art? Oh, we're graphic snobs all of a sudden? It has nothing to do about mechanics, units, design, music, layout, any of those things. Oh, but it just looks too cartoony for me. The game that's in pre-alpha looks a little too cartoony. I guess it's in beta right now, huh? And it's impressive, players in StarCraft 2. I agree. I don't complain. I don't understand complaints about art style. Oh, Thorn, I will give you the answer for that. It's because those people don't actually understand or do any art. And like, I mean that unironically. The most judgmental people for things like that don't do it. That's why, like, there's a lot of negative there's like comments about my Heroes of Storm casting or other casting, but those people don't do any commentary. They don't know. They don't know what goes into it. They just sit there and they just go, oh, the art style looks bad. I'm not playing it. And it's like, okay, all right. Shallow-minded opinion for a shallow-minded person. Yep. I mean, as someone who has done 50 plus Bob Ross paintings, like, I'm still silent about my opinion on art and stuff like that. I don't know a ton. I know a little bit, but I wouldn't sit there and poo-poo. My complaint about the art was that I couldn't tell the sword guys from the gun guys. Yeah, I see. I think that's a fair complaint. Like, not being able to see models correctly. I think that's a very... Ooh, metabolic boost finishes out, but unfortunately the adepts are around and that probe will not be picked off. I think actually one Ling was lost right there. Oh, I'm on the wrong buttons for all this. Sorry. There we go. A couple Lings are lost, actually. And I think that Oracle is... Yeah, that Oracle's definitely seen in the rotation in. Okay. Oh, nice body block onto these depths, but they actually just kill out those Lings. This is a pretty good start for Binhead, aka Trigger, on this map number 2. Exactly, it's gonna get cleaned up for sure. But I think if a dev was to be like, Chest Looter, what are your thoughts on Stormgate Beta? And you said, I can't tell the difference between sword guys and gun guys. I think that's fair feedback to the developers. Because sometimes, like, this was something like in architecture all the time for me. Like, when you work on something for so long, you have a complete understanding and it looks normal and fine for you. So, like, maybe there's some devs out there that are like, oh, yeah, like, I can tell the difference. But then there's the average player base. It's like, I'm struggling. But if you were to be like, I don't like how that catapult design looked in the previous beta phase because it looked like a placeholder catapult. Well, yeah, of course it's going to look like a placeholder catapult. Nidus Worm is going to be summoning a few Lings into the main base, but it'll be taken down. Another Nidus Worm popping up over here at the third base. And these Oracles are going to clear that out, or at least attempt to use all their energy to clear it out. More Lings getting in, and a couple probes are going to be taken down here, but these Oracles are making quick work of the Lings. That is going to be a Baneling nest started out. Or was it canceled or was it finished? It was canceled. Baneling nest was canceled there. Another Nidus Worm. But it's cleared out almost instantaneously. Ooh, a lot of Lings moving across the map right here. Another... I keep wanting to say Devouring Maw. Nidus Worm. Another Nidus Worm. And Queens come out of it this time. Some Lings over on the right-hand side. This seems like a really big attack. 4 eggs. Can Eggs and Bacon take this and move us into a map 3? Or will there be a really good hold coming out from Binhead, aka Trigger? Queens are getting wonderful damage. Gonna jump back. No, actually gonna be spawning more units out of the Nidus. They double back for a second to use that transfuse for a little bit of healing. One Queen does go down. Shield battery's coming out. Stalker's getting some decent damage. And the GG is called. Eggs throws in the towel. Binhead takes the series in a 2-0. GG to Trigger. Alrighty, everybody. We're going to be jumping back over into round 5. We've got in the top left of Goldenara our orange Protoss player. We've got Pinhead, aka Estrella. Down in the bottom right, this will be our red Protoss player. We'll be seeing Disc. Alrighty, thank you for the follows. Let's go ahead and get a gamble going. Oh, I can't use the word Pinhead. Can I say P-head? Does P-head work? Apparently P-head works, but Pinhead does not work. Okay, Twitch. Makes sense to me. Twitch gamble's going. Thank you all for the follows. Thank you again, Nancy, for the massive generosity with the 12 gifted subs. Thank you, thank you, thank you. New sub goal hit. Let's see what we got here in our matchup. Looks like there's some cameras set up there on the mini-map as we were seeing that orange box jumping around. Ramp set up right now for Disc. As Estrella Pinhead will also get a few gateways going here as well. But no ramp wall-off potential. As you can kind of see, there's a bit of a wall-off being built. Cybernetic core. Looks like we have double gateway. Oopsies. Yep, double gateway on the way. Cybernetic core. So mirror builds right now. Different locations, different kind of setup. It's going to be this pylon on the right-hand side for a bit of vision as well. Probe goes in for disc. Gonna get some vision around. If you got a gifted sub from Nancy, welcome to the Bahamuts. Enjoy your ad-free viewing and your amazing emotes. We got one of the best dumpers on Twitch, as it's a Cho'Gall dumper. But as I had mentioned throughout the day, if you're new to the stream, if you popped in because of the tournament or whatever reason, thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. I do stream 6 days a week. Monday's my only day off. We have a lot of different content here. A lot of Heroes of Storm content. This upcoming Friday, we'll be doing Shadow of Erdtree for Elden Ring. We got cooking stream tomorrow after HOTS casting. We'll be doing 4 best of 3s tomorrow for the Hanzo Genji Cup. And then we'll do that cooking stream right afterwards for the fried chicken sandwich, as well as next week we've just got casting, speed running, and Shadow of Erdtree. Oh, God, I can't wait for Elden Ring DLC. I am so excited. The Super Mario 64 block was super fun to build. Oh, I'll have to look into that. Thank you. Good recommendation. Builds are going to start varying here a little bit. We've got that Starport coming out, as well as Blink for Disc. I guess Starport for Pinhead. Blink for Disc research. We'll also be having Warp Prism research on both sides. Natural has already been started for Pinhead, aka Estrella. More Stalkers. Warp Gate finishing up by both sides. Waiting to see where this Natural is going to be. If the Natural is going to happen, what do we got going on over here? Scouted by the Phoenix. It's like, okay, all right. That's going to be some fun stuff. We got a couple Stalkers moving their way over here. Start working on that pylon. Get rid of it, but I don't think they'll... Well, do they have enough damage to take this down before the rotation across the map? Yeah, they do. Pylon gonna be thrown down really quickly. That's cleared out. No cancel on that in time. What do we got? 5v5 on Stalkers, but it's actually gonna be seeing sort of a wrap around here. Unfortunately, the pylon's cleared out, so this gateway is gonna be... Well, it's gonna be spawning, but it's gonna be offline. Good little lift up there from our Phoenix with the Graviton Beam. Probe? Where are we going with this probe here? This gateway's taken down. It's over, yeah. Well, it's not over, but the proxy setup is shut down. Gonna spawn... Oh, no, gonna cancel that pylon. I'm actually gonna be spawning this just out of vision. Yeah, there it is. Little Stalker versus Stalker fight. Blink has been finished out by Disc, so has that little extra mobility to back away or jump in and snipe another Stalker. Do think we have a trade a little bit here, though, in some Stalkers. 4-3. In Stalkers, but we do see a little bit more lost by Disc as that gateway and 2 pylons were taken out. Blink out. Meanwhile, Phoenixes will see another attempt on that gateway build. And a few more Stalkers moving across the map, so this is a 1-base all-in right now from Disc in map number 1 of Golden Aura. On beam on one of it. Another pull here. Void Ray is up and available, getting some decent damage. And Pinhead, the 1-base all-in doesn't work out for Disc. Pinhead takes map number 1. All right. All right. Well, what a game number 1. Wow, that was quick. That was quick. 1-base all-in didn't work out. So that was Pinhead winning, right? Pinhead did win that one? Yes. I keep putting this in the wrong chat channel. Oh my god. I need to just leave this other chat channel. There we go. Just that way I stop. That way I stop accident, because I keep putting the wrong message. Because I'm trying to update the tournament admin every single time we get out of a game. So that way they can update the scores on the website and stuff as quickly as possible. Alright, so... Oceanborn will be the next map in the series. You won? Oh, it's a best of 3! It's a best of 3, though. Yeah, I've just had the in-game music on, and I absolutely love it. Best of 3 series. We gotta see if Pinhead will take Oceanborn. Disc with the one base all in. Didn't work out, but hey, let's see how things end up here in map number 2. Bottom right of Oceanborn in the orange is going to be our Protoss in the lead. This is going to be Pinhead, aka Estrella. And top left of Oceanborn, you'll be seeing our red Protoss player down in this best of 3 series. We will have Disc. So what will be done differently this time? Pinhead setting up all those camera locations. You see that little jump around of the orange box. We have same sort of setup from Disc on that ramp. It makes sense. You went to get water and come back and it's over. Yeah, it's... I thought about doing singular bets for every game, but I feel like we'd be... The gamble time for some of the maps isn't even... or is too long. The gambles are a little too long for just a singular map, so I was like, you know, let's do it for the series. I thought about making 10-minute gambles, but there was a point when we were in, like, mid-map number 2 in a series, and it was almost over already. I'm like, oh my god. The Twitch prediction's not even gonna end in time. Alright, gateways, pylon, yeah, everything's looking normal between both these players. A little bit of different setup here. No wall off on the ramp, almost creating a wall of structures in front of all these pylons, and actually that's gonna be exactly the case. Wall of structures in front of these, probes, not pylons. Meanwhile, it's looking like there's a bit of a wall off here on the top of this ramp for Disc. No natural started for either team yet, or either player. Might be actually seeing that happen right here. Or is this probe going out for scouting? Pylon on the left-hand side. Same thing over here. Little check in this little corridor just to make sure no weird stuff is happening. A Stargate down over here, so that's very interesting. That's super interesting. So if Pinhead scouts out and goes into the main base, it's like, oh yeah, no, he's got a pylon over there, no big deal. Won't be able to see that Stargate being created. Nice positioning on that. Stargate over here will be in the main base, so scoutable, if you will. So this probe over here is going to take a very long rotation, unless we're going to be setting up some proxy stuff. Adepts going across the map. I think they're going to see this probe. They're going to cancel the shade, and that probe does go down. Sees the Adepts, so Pinhead knows there's a couple of Adepts floating out there. Should be seeing the expansion. The natural should be starting out fairly soon. Money just about to come through for Pinhead for that one. And Stalker finds these two Adepts in the middle of the map. Shade's reactivated, getting away from that Stalker, but there's one literally waiting just as they make it over to this base. Shades, one Shade should go down, or one Adept, excuse me. Let's see. Nice Graviton Beam to slow things down. I don't think any probes will be lost here. Oh, that is unfortunate. Wait. No! No probes lost! At least I don't think he lost one. No, he didn't, because the only one he lost was over here, yeah. So, nicely done. Warp Gate will be finished out. Natural started by both players. Faster, of course. Oh, no, actually, pretty close. Pretty close timing on both those. Over here, we have an Oracle floating around, maybe looking to go harass, but that'll be thrown into the top right corner of the map for the time being as some Phoenix. The real Phoenix are floating around over here, maybe looking to harass onto the worker line. Decent amount of energy available. Scouting out. Uh-oh. Scout's gonna reveal that Stargate. like, okay, all right, I see you. Meanwhile, over here, not sure if the oracles were seen. We do see the phoenixes being pulled back towards Pinhead's side of the map. All right, so oracles, vision provided, I think, from those oracles. Oh, wait, hold on. Recall. Recall pulls back the oracles in time. And shield battery builds up the shielding once again. A lot of air right now. A lot of Phoenix harassment. Actually, a couple Phoenixes moving across the map. Speaking of across the map, where's this probe going? Third base to be started by Pinhead Estrella. There's a few Phoenixes set up over here for some harassment, maybe. I'm looking at oracles right now. What a great game, StarCraft in, what a great game, StarCraft 2. In HOTS, you only get one Phoenix at a time. I'm not even gonna touch that. I'm not even gonna touch that. Has this been seen? Okay, it definitely has been seen by Pinhead, okay. Alright, a couple depths to be warped in. Just checking around the map for more oracles. I don't think the other... Yeah, these oracles have not been lost. Still is just three probes to 2 depths. Will that pylon be taken out? Oh, it was Dark Templar being phased in. I didn't even see the Invisible Men. I didn't even see the Invisible Men. 4 or 5. A lot of these probes are going to be picked up. Okay, an immediate kill onto... Yeah, this is... Oh, Invisible Men, quite annoying right now. And there's no way to get vision onto them. Is there anything being produced to get vision? These shield batteries have detect, no? Or is that just... oh, that's actually just... It's just photon cannons, actually, have the detect. Yeah, there's no detect on shield batteries. Able to reveal the ground for a moment there. This pylon is slowly... Uh-oh. Reveal onto the ground, and they find that last Dark Templar. But that was really good harassment right there. Let's see. 2 oracles, 2 Dark Templar, and a pylon. Words. 17 probes, though, did go down. 17 probes. Not seeing the invisible units. I didn't see those invisible units, man. Stalkers are here. Well, being warped in for disc. Gonna have that sentry as well. Enough energy for a force field, but no guardian shield. Maybe in a little bit here. Yo, what's up, Big Scary Duck? Good to see you, bud. Who doesn't love an army of dragoons? You can't have an army of dragoons. It's ridiculous. Alright, couple probes to be pulled up here. 6 lost. Stalkers blink in. And we'll trade. You see the robot facility online. 4th base being picked up by Disc here. 3 base Pinhead currently, aka Estrella. Another pylon being set up over here for potential warp in to buff up a potential siege or fight. Lot of depths right there. Sorry, I was like staring at their models for a second. I was like, are those Dark Templar? No. We also have the Resonating Glaives, which is going to be increasing the attack speed of a depths by 45%. So I think their attacks baseline are blue, and now they're going to be orangish. Zealot's going to discover this pylon, take that down. I think it's I think it's cool they decided to make full games to highlight all these heroes in HOTS. Yeah, it's really cool for the spin-off. I'm so glad that Blizzard took the time to develop other games based on the heroes in the best MOBA in the world. Let's just say in the United States, in the world. You know, it's such a good MOBA, Blizzard had to cancel it. And fire everyone with an email. Oh, good job. Alright, well, Stasis finds a unit. Well, there's a lot of Stalkers over here, and I don't know if that was seen. Guardian Shield activated. We have the shades of these Adepts on top, and they'll be immediately jumping in. They have that Resonating Glaive completed out as well. And Protoss ground attack 1 There's going to be a Graviton Surge onto a few of these Stalkers. There's going to be a Warp in from that Warp Prism just above all of this. Another Shade in from these Adepts, looking to chase down a few enemies. Looking to actually continue to play into this, but that's a wonderful stasis to buy some time. And honestly, this fight's not really going the way of Disc. I thought this was gonna be a GG go to game 3. Wait, actually, maybe it is. Maybe it is. That stasis about to end on these Adepts on the right. Yeah, this actually is going very much in the way of Disc. I don't know what Pinhead's gonna do. He's gonna call GG, and we're heading to map number 3. I thought he was gonna hold there for a second, but then, yeah, then the fight kind of ended, and it's like, oh no, this did not go your way, my friend. This is why I don't read my emails or answer my phone. You can't fire me. That's why they hit you up on Discord now. So Pinhead, aka Estrella versus, what's it called? Disc is 1-1. It's already 3 o'clock? When did that happen? We still have another... I think we have one more best of 3 after all of this. I think we have round 7 coming up, because round 6 is almost done, I think. I don't know how many more maps we have, but we're going to cast till we have no more maps to cast. Well, we're having so much fun, we lost track of time. That is true. We do lose track of time when we're having a good time here. Ready? Go, go, go. All right. Okay, 1-1 score. We're heading into map number 3, and it is the map I can never pronounce correctly. Let's get it. I need to update our sub goal as well still. Alrighty, everybody. Bottom left of Alcyone is going to be our orange Protoss, Pinhead, aka Estrella. Top right, taking a look over here at our red Protoss, who just took a victory on the previous map. We're looking at Disc. 1-1 score in this round-robin matchup. Winner of this series, that just gets round-robin points. Loser doesn't. Easy. I don't know if is it a domination league? I think it's purely based off of, I think it's just 2 points. So I'm skimming on this right now. I'm trying to figure it out on the round-robin stuff. No, it looks, all right. Looks like it's just standard points. It doesn't look like if you get like a 2-0, you get 3 points or anything like that. AI Psione? AI Psione, that's a weird one. Thank you, Chess. I keep saying Alcyone, but it's Alcyone. Extractor's gonna be grabbed here. We'll be seeing our double gateway. Pretty much the same open that we've seen in the last 2 maps from these 2 players. Though a probe moving across the map from Disc, gonna be able to get some vision as to what's going on Pinhead, Estrella's base. Get some vision set up here so we can see the scout. Still use your AOE email. Oh, I've never had an AOE email. I had a Hotmail. I had a Hotmail account, but I haven't used that in bajillion years, I think. Not since probably like middle school. Just scouting out around the base. Nothing interesting or crazy seen. A couple little shocks here and there. Pinhead will be moving a probe across the map as well for some scouting. We'll be seeing this pylon start, but no natural beginning. Couple Stalkers on the way for Disc as well. I think we had an Adept down over here. Adept and Sentry, I think is what I saw. That probe will be cleared away or taken down. These Stalkers will come out and should be able to take out this probe just as it passes. Alright, so Stalkers will manage that. So we got Adept shading across the map here. Probe set up for the Natural. Natural already starting over here for Disc. And Vision grabbed. Oh no, it's the... Just left the Adept near that Vision, then used the Shade to move across the map. Another Shade in. Sees the 2 Stalkers. Sees the double Sentry. Is it canceled? Nope. There's commitment to go in and try and take down a probe or 2. 1 is killed, and that's the trade. Adept for probe. Couple Stalkers and Sentry on their way across the map. Taking a look at unit counts here. 1 more Sentry in favor for Disc, but still really close. Pinhead with a couple more Stalkers on the way. That Natural should be finishing out. Actually, it's still got about 25% to go on that bar. Maybe Pinhead gonna set up a proxy location or a pylon here to be able to warp in a few extra units. Phantom, or Phoenix Phantom, going across the map. Rallied here, so it looks like, okay, sees the Natural finishing out. Couple more Adepts on the way. Does see the Twilight Council. Meanwhile, there's a bit of a stage set up, or some staging for Pinhead in the center of the map. The unbuildable bricks will be cleared away. I think this probe was just literally sent to scout and see if there's anything weird going on, especially around the upgraded, or the enhanced gas, Vespene Geyser. Stalkers get over the low side with that vision from the Phoenix flying just above. This is going to be Stalkers blinking in. A lot of probes will be sniped, and I think these Stalkers are on a suicide mission to take down as many probes as possible. I say that, and they're blinking around. They're getting great value. A single pylon here. Gonna use these 3 Stalkers to take down the opposing side Stalker. A little bit of body block happening there as well. And these Stalkers look like they're gonna blink down to the low side. Nicely done. Only losing 1 Stalker, getting a ton of value right there. 13 probes have been taken down. A little bit of harassment from Pinhead into Disc, but Estrella pulls back for the time being. Works on a 3rd base. Uh-oh. Oh, nope, that's just going to be a Phoenix. That's a hallucination as well, I do believe. Yeah. Hallucination. Sees that warp prison. Probably sees the rotation around the map. This Stalker, though, blinks away in time. All right. Got a shield battery almost done over here. Going to try and play to the high ground. Nicely done. Able to blink back that low Stalker. Guardian Shield activated by the Sentry. Looking to move in. And Disc is committed to taking this fight and maybe taking this map. But there's going to be an Immortal providing tons of damage. That Warp Prison's cleared out. The Guardian Shields will expire in a moment. Blink out from these Stalkers as this fight does not go the way of Disc. And Pinhead blinks in, continuing to kill units. What is the counterplay? I was going to say, what's the counterplay? Because it's looking a little sketchy. Pinhead takes the series in a 2-1. Top left of Oceanborn, we're taking a look at Pinhead, Estrella, which we've seen a few times today, playing our orange Protoss. Bottom right of the map, our purple Terran. We have not seen them yet today on this stream. This is going to be Here for Money, aka Vindicta. Can I bet that both players will have fun? Who is Pinhead? Pinhead is Estrella. The players, if you're unaware, or if it wasn't mentioned, or you might have missed it, the players were encouraged to use Smurf account names. So, Doland earlier was Dirty Dan, so we actually got to have Dolan versus Estrella, which was Pinhead versus Dirty Dan, which is a wonderful reference. But you have people like Eggs, who did their Smurf name of Bacon and, which was I thought was pretty clever. There's Normal Man, typically, or normally, Normal Man's name is Epic, so that was kind of funny. So, some of these have some little jokes to them, but Vindicta, apparently, Smurf name is exactly what he's here to do, and he's here for money. Oh yeah, Sham didn't do a Smurf name. That's true. Yeah, I think that's the only player that didn't do a Smurf name. This probe's getting some. It's just being chased around by 2 SCVs, juking, jumping around. 1 Marine on the way. This probe should be fine. Natural will begin for money from Vindicta. And our mules have begun here for the Terran. We got the natural also starting out for Pinhead. Estrella. Warp gate research on the way. See the wall off beginning. Factory here as well. Alright, well, nothing, no proxy, no shenanigans early on. Just got some scouting. Excuse me, this probe is going to be left into the middle of the map. It's going to get its shielding back, but also provide some vision in case there's some early, like an early SCV crossing to build some racks in a really weird spot. But, yeah. None of that, as I mentioned. Shade goes across the map. Gets that teleport. Couple Marines are going to run to this Adept. Work through that shielding immediately. Shade is going to be here, but they... And there's going to be the wall off activated. The supply depot getting the... what's the name for that again? The rise... Is it just literally rise and lower? Wow, okay. Raise and lower. Just raise and lower. Very, very simple. It's like enhanced agility on Dahaka. Oh, what does enhanced agility do? Oh, what's that talent that makes him go quick? It's like when I was talking to my friends and I was like, yeah, what's that one show with the Modern Family? Modern Family. There's an episode that was filmed up here where I live, so I took some friends to the beach while they were visiting here during Memorial Day weekend, and I was giving them some local history stuff, and I just couldn't remember the name of Modern Family. Stim being researched by our Terran, Protoss. Did they cancel Warp Gate research? Yeah, they did. Warp Gate research was canceled, and it's going to be Air Level 1 research currently. We got a Phoenix on the way as well. Okay, interesting. Marauders being created. Parts of Philly and Fallout Prime were filmed in Junkyard. Oh, that's awesome. I think you told me that. I think you did tell me that. That's pretty... It's always cool to see stuff like that. Like we've talked about this in the past, like the movie It Follows was filmed in... Pretty much most of it was filmed in Southeast Michigan, like in Metro Detroit. And there's literally the whole, like, the scene where they go to the ice cream parlor and, like, they're sitting inside talking. That ice cream parlor is in Berkeley, Michigan, and, like, that is a very, very popular ice cream place. Like, so many of us would quite literally walk or bike over there in the summer a couple times a week. Scrounge up some quarters and go get yourself a soft serve. But I think, like, also, like, I think the swimming pool scene in It Follows, I think that was, like, in the Berkeley High School swimming pool. I think they literally used Berkeley High School for that one as well. Cool that my area is so trashy it can pass for post-apocalyptic wasteland. I mean, you know, take what you can get. That Adept was like, I guess I'm just dead. Wow, that's a lot of flying phoenixes. We got about 8 of them. I think this is going to be 8. Close to it. It's the Graviton onto that Cyclone into a few of these Marines as well. Oh my god. Marauders are just like, I guess I'll just go run across the map and at least take down one Adept, but another Graviton. Air weapons level 1 completed. Forget what? Thank you for the tier 2 for 25 months. You got back from the museum and traffic. Ooh, traffic disgusting. But I'm glad you're back home and safe. Hope the museum was fun. Wow. Really, really well done right there. Infantry level 1 on the being researched. We have a Guardian on the way, or not a Guardian, sorry. We're seeing the... Oh, I want to say Liberator, Immortal, sorry. Couldn't remember the name. So many unit names to try and remember really quickly. Fourth base being started over here by Pinhead. At least has the probe set up for it. Sees a lot of Marines here. Do we have Shield? Shield, Concussive, as well as Stim finished out for research. As I had mentioned, we do have that Air level 1 for our Protoss. It's a good group of Phoenixes here. What is that, 12 Phoenixes? Some of them a little bit low, but Graviton Surge is... Oh my god! Just a quick run-by, quick flyby. Meanwhile, we got this medevac with a couple Widow Mines, but will the probes scout this? I know we got all of this harassment going on. I just want to see really quickly. Yes, it is going to be scouted. Is there going to be a reaction from Pinhead Estrella? Widow Mines dropped in. Nope. Wait. Yes. 3 lost for 2 shots. That's not bad. That's not too bad. I mean, when we take a look at units lost here, I mean, 3 probes, 5 SCVs. The trade is better for our Protoss player. As I think a couple more probes were lost. Like Extended Thermal Lance being researched. Colossus on the way as well. We got 1 attack already finishing out. Combat, or not combat shield, 1 armor. Ground armor for Terran on the way as well. Gonna try and poke at one of these medevacs and does get 1. That was a really good snipe. Sees the Widow Mines on the way. Another couple Graviton Surge. There we go. Clears that out. Okay. Still have this Widow Mine over here, but actually, whoa, 1 second. Sorry, I did not expecting this push in. I was gonna say, this does not look very good for Vindicta and Pinhead. We'll take map number 1 in this best of 3 series here in the NA Safe House. Pinhead with the lead in that one. Not too bad. Pinhead, aka Estrella 1-0. Alright. Not too bad. Oh, while we're here,
I got back from museum and traffic.
forget what? Thank you for the tier 2 for 25 months. I appreciate that greatly. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mexican lager and lime. Oh, I could go for a Modelo right now. I had 2 Modelos in the fridge yesterday, and we drank them both during Mario Kart. Could definitely go for a Modelo. It's definitely Modelo time. Pinhead at the bottom of Site Delta, in the lead in this best of 3 series in round 6 of the NA Safe House Tournament Series. We'll be playing Protoss, trying to take a 2-0. And get ready for that final round coming up next. Top left, looking for a map number 3. Or at least to take us to a map number 3. We got Here for Money, aka Vindicta, playing your purple Terran. We decided to dodge traffic at a cidery. I'm assuming that's a place where you get cider? Like, in the sense of, like, alcohol cider, not like a, what's the thing? Like an orchard, right? Like, you guys didn't go to an apple orchard and just get, like, fresh cider and donuts. Oh, As you, like, I ate a sandwich, like, 2 hours ago on stream. I could go for cider and donuts right now. Oh, Jeff! Thank you for the follow. Thank you all for the follows. Thank you all for following the channel. Much appreciate the discovery today. It was alcohol. Like, ciders are good. There's just too much sugar in there for me. Just a little too much sugar. I crash. Like, it's like that hyper alcohol, like being hyper and drunk at the same time is not fun. And then I crash, so that I'm just really sleepy. They had less sugary ones? You okay, Mr. Bandit? Just yakking on a bone? Little SCV coming across the map. If you're in VA, I highly recommend. I don't have any plans to go there anytime soon. My biggest desire right now is to do a small trip to Vegas. Natural starting out here for Vindicta. And we have the Reaper moving across the map as well. Mr. Bandit, you are perfect. Taco Bell Cantina, Lazy River, and a Blue Man Group show. That's all I want. That is all I want to do in Vegas. Maybe go play some blackjack, but I really don't care about gambling. I'd rather lose all my money at Taco Bell Cantina. That's the dream! Why gamble when you can spend all your money at the cantina? Nice rise of the supply depot denies, excuse me, any adept action. Reaper won't be seen as it's going to go ahead and jump up and maybe start harassing. Is this a second Reaper? No, it's the same one from earlier. Okay. All right, Reaper jumps up, sees the wall off, gets an auto, and starts heading back. Actually, he's going to be heading around towards the natural. And, okay, all right. Phoenix is all about to be finished out here. Does it come with enough energy? Yes, it does. Okay. Does it come with enough energy for a Graviton Beam off the bat? Absolutely, it does. But the autos are not coming out, so that's happening. Obviously, because the Graviton Beam shuts off the ability, disabling its abilities to attack and stuff. So it slowed things down. Another Phoenix will come out. This Graviton connects, and now we have a secondary to be able to get that damage needed. Meanwhile, over here, Adepts are getting fantastic harassment. Let's see actually what we have for units lost. 1 SCV, a Reaper, and 2 Marines, and nothing. Nothing will be taken down. This Adept making that with 4 HP and no shielding. By the way, Simon, if you want to watch a good horror movie, you do have to rent it, at least right now. But Arcadia was pretty good for a Nicolas Cage movie. Granted, he's not like the main focus; like he's in it, but he's not like a super major focus. But Arcadia was really fun if you're looking for a new horror movie. I think it was like $5 to rent on Amazon. So. Pinhead Estrella with a nice setup here. Did you watch the other movie he has on Shudder? Which one's that? Color Out of Space? There's a lot of Nicolas Cage movies. I don't know if Color Out of Space was on yeah, Color Out of Space is really good. I mean, it's based off of Lovecraft. It is a Lovecraft story. It's very, very good. Mortal Kombat Legends Snowblind is pretty good. That is really good. The Johnny Cage one wasn't bad. Yeah, I like, it's nothing amazing, but it's a Color Out of Space is pretty good. There's some really good cosmic horror moments in that. Currently have some Vikings over here and some Cyclones as the Phoenixes are gonna move. Uh-oh. That's maybe good damage onto this starport. No, they dropped that down immediately. It's gonna be a couple SCVs lost though. Cyclone and Vikings were trying to catch these Phoenixes, and it's looking really good Phoenix-wise. What are we looking at unit count? 7 available. Upgrade-wise, Warp Prison. Yes. Here for money is Vindicta. The only player that didn't do a Smurf name for the tournament was Cham, if I'm not mistaken. And we still have round 7 coming up next. This is we have round 7 coming up next, which is the final round in the round robin for today. So this could be, round 7 could be starting after this map. I do believe this is the last series in round 6 that needs to be casted. I might be wrong in that, but either way. Yeah, I'm not about I'm not sure if the other best of 3 started. Let me refresh here really quickly. It looks like, yeah, the other best of 3 did start. Okay. Because I know they Zombie Grub was trying to get it all organized so that round 7 literally all starts at the exact same time. Because there's 4 of us to cover all 4 best of 3s in each round. So there's a little bit of a, you know, obviously it happens with best of. Some games are long, some games are short. So there's a little bit of offset. But overall, the tournaments run really, really smooth. I mean, 5.5 hours to do almost 7, to start almost 7 rounds is not bad. Not bad timing for a tournament series, in my opinion. Infantry weapons level done. Level 1 will be finished out here. Combat shield coming through as well. Gonna get a couple snipes on those Marines on the edge. A few of these... actually, there's just the one Phoenix that's pretty low. The rest are very healthy. Shielding dropped on a couple. Immortal on the way. Combat stim is almost finished out. Cyclone gets a lock on really quickly. They double back trying to get that priority on to the Cyclone. Yeah, currently it's the top 4 players make it. The top 4 players from the round robin today make it into the playoff bracket for tomorrow. And the entire bracket will be casted tomorrow on Zombie Grub's stream. The other streams were picked up because, well, I think it'd be a bit ridiculous to do 21 best of 3s, roughly. No, even more. It'd be 28 best of 3s if they did everything on one channel. That would be an insanely long day. A little bit of poke back and forth here. Pinhead trying to take down Here for Money in a quick 2-0. Doesn't seem like our Terran player is going to give in that easily. How are we doing base-wise? Let's take stock of the macro right now. We're 3 base for Estrella, aka Pinhead. Vindicta on 3 base as well, aka Here for Money. Was Extended Thermal Lance finished or even started? No. We have Airship level 1 and Protoss ground 1 being researched. A couple Vikings do go down right there. Really good micro coming out from Pinhead. Trying to get that pull onto the Cyclone, I do believe. There's also a few of those Vikings around. And 1 medevac to heal up some of those Marines. 4th base going to be started out here by Pinhead. Yeah, where are we going? Are we just going to set up over here? Looks like there's a staging. Oh, wow. Got Ghosts on the way. All right, Ghosts on the way. Extended Thermal Lance starting that research currently. That's a +2, if I'm not mistaken, onto the Colossus range. 1 Colossus about to actually pop out right now. And a Immortal on the way. Actually, let me see where that Colossus is currently. Oh, we actually have 3 set up. Okay. 3 Colossus already here. And so that range will be increased to 9 when the Extended Thermal Lance is finished out. What's going on with this? Oh, 1 Marine to go scout things out. Little sacrifice John Rambo. Once again, Vikings poking. This is a very low Phoenix. No shielding, 4 HP. Maybe these will be pulled back towards the base to get a little bit of shield. No, I mean, the shielding on most of them is pretty good. Marines over here. Have they been seen, actually? 1 Marine is actually... Alright. Activates his stim. That Marine's dead. This Marine's dead. Probe over here can maybe do another expansion. Not sure what the game plan is. Another pylon down the south side here. Pylon on the southwest side. Kind of center of the map, if you will. Ooh, okay. Increase the Phoenix attacks range by 2. Baseline attack range on a Phoenix is going to be, I forget, 5. So you got a 7 attack range here, and that's going to be happening in about 20 seconds. Extended Thermal Lance just about finished out. Protoss Air Weapon level 2 being researched. Mothership! Mothership! Hello? We got a mothership on the way. Some destructible rocks being destructed. And Vindicta looking to take this map number 2. Looking to move us into a map 3. Advanced ballistics for our Terran Liberator defending mode. And you have the increased range on those. And those will actually be setting up here. One shot makes it onto, I think... Okay, the mothership's in play! Guardian shield. Oh, that's an immediate destruction onto the disruptor. Liberator set up. We have the Phoenixes. They're trying to clear out some of those Liberators. Actually doing a pretty good job of it. The air on air is working out. A couple carriers on the way as well. Did the mothership already die? Wait, I don't see the... Wait, did the mothership literally already die? Oh my god. Really good lances coming out from these Colossus. The carriers are going to be cleared out. This is looking GG. This is looking like we're going to head to a map number 3. Not sure what Pinhead can do here. It literally just, it spawned and then got killed immediately. Oh, this is looking like we're going to a map 3, chat. This is looking like a map 3. You're building another mothership? Okay, no cream. Couple carriers on the right-hand side, but yeah, this is looking all done and over. I just probe after probe is going down. Carriers aren't able to do enough. The GG is called, and this is going to be a 1-1 score as we head to map number 3. Well played. I can't believe it. I can't believe it, man. Oh, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Wild. What a wild one, I'm not gonna lie. We don't have a lot of Twitch predictions on this, but what a wild one. Oh my god. It's like the mothership spawning and then immediately being taken down is just you just can't but not laugh at it, right? You just have to sit back and just be like, all right, cool. Alrighty, okay. Alright, we didn't miss any alerts during that game. We are waiting for a lobby 3 to start so I can run to the bathroom. I'm getting low on water. Should we just grab a beer, chat? I think, you know what? It's 3:30 on a Saturday. I'm starting to sweat. I should get rid of this sweater, to be honest. I have like a little cooling fan underneath my desk, and you put water into it, and it basically just cools the water and blows cool air. Oh, wait, which one are we going for? Wait, Golden Aura or Alcyone? How did we make the wrong map? Which one is the right one? Alcyone. Alcyone. Alcyone? Is that the right one? Surely you voted Golden 3. Is this right? Or are they memeing? I'm not sure. I'm in here. Okay, everyone's in here. I'll be right back, everybody. I'll grab one with you. I'm gonna go grab a beer. I'm gonna go grab one. I'll be right back. BRB super fast from me. You might hear the game load in, but you won't miss anything. What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? Oh. Sorry, apparently I accidentally... I was given lobby host. Start game. I think that's all I had to do. Sorry. Whoopsies. My bad. I ran to the bathroom super duper fast. Apparently I'm the chosen one. Alright, cheers chat. Happy Saturday. Woohoo! Map number 3 in a best of 3. Round 6. Winner of this. Doesn't matter. We're still going to round 7. I'm so used to doing like bracket casting and HOTS. It's like, oh yes, we're moving on. But by the way, tomorrow, if you enjoy Heroes of Storm, we are going to be doing some Heroes of Storm casting. We got 4 best of 3s tomorrow for the round robin for the Hanzo Genji Cup. But until then, let's take a look here. On the bottom of Alcyone is going to be our orange Protoss player, Pinhead, aka Estrella. Whoopsies. On the top right, we're going to be having Here for Money, aka Vindicta, playing our playing our purple Terran. Whee! All right, so looks like we got the Reaper wall off beginning here. Terran is going to be setting up their ramp wall off as well. What is the game plan from Estrella, Pinhead? What is the game plan here? Because the Phoenix Barrage, or the Mass Phoenix, worked out really, really well in map number 1. Map 2, it seemed like Vindicta had an answer for that. A lot of Cyclones, a lot of Vikings as well. So is Pinhead, Estrella, going to look for a different plan here? Or is this going to be similar play? Oh, see, no, you don't have to change the spelling of that one, forget what. You don't have to change the spelling. It's just those 4-legged crabs you can't say the name of. I'm still waiting for the day that HOTS gets saved. I'll unban the phrase Phoenix. I'll do that 3 hours of Phoenix on stream. Hell, I even raised the bar. Instead of Blizzard brings back HOTS, I would do a Phoenix Cup tournament. I would make a tournament around and name it that. That is how confident I am that Blizzard won't do dog butts about HOTS. They're not going to do anything. I always say this, if Blizzard were to reinvest into a quote-unquote dead game, or a game they gave up on, it'd be StarCraft 2. I mean, player base is still pretty big. Tournament-wise, they still have a lot of tournaments. Like, there's still tons going on for StarCraft 2 by comparison. HOTS is like the Bloodborne of FromSoft games, you know? It's got a loud community, but not a whole lot of people. Like it's... Anyways, the KD8 grenade to get over the gateway. What a cool little mechanic from Vindicta. But I believe this Reaper, that dude's gonna go down, and we'll see a hallucination moving across the map right now for our Protoss player. So we'll see what kind of vision this does provide. Oh. Heard the trigger, I believe. Got a little wiggle away from that. Reapers, we gotta get more of those guys. They're absolutely awful. Or no, they're bad. That's the voice line. All right, good vision. Sees the starport, sees the factory, sees the cyclone. Heard the widow mine somewhere around here. I actually don't know where that widow mine went off to. Where did that little widow mine go? Ah, there it is. Gets the burrow. A probe will be sacrificed. Oh, does the splash damage from the missile... Did that splash back onto the widow mine? Is that a thing? I wonder. A very fast third base for Pinhead, I do believe. That feels very fast. How are we doing on probe count? 35, 36 to 28. Some staging over here on the bottom right. I keep, like, triple checking the minimap because the purple is a little hard to see on this dark map texture. But either way, or dark map palette. Something being set up over here. We've got a medevac coming through with a cyclone. And the hallucination scouts this out. Medevac gonna provide some vision up above that allows that pylon to be taken down. But meanwhile, there's gonna be this flank, this surround actually realistically with the stalkers. A decent amount of damage. One stalker, I think only one went down. One stalker went down, 8 Marines. Make that 10 Marines, a Widowmine and a Reaper. Blink from our stalkers has already been researched. We have Warp Gate as well. This third base is going to be completed out. See some probes pulled onto that third base. Zealot charge, another stalker on the way. We've also got 2 forges. Get that double tech. I'm gonna have the stalkers here blink back. But still hanging around that natural entrance. Siege tank set up. Mules being called down. Resources are looking pretty good on both sides. Supplies looking alright as well. Actually, Vindicta capped a little bit here, but I think there's 2 supply depots on the way, so that should be fine. Meanwhile, I was going to say, I thought I saw some blinking red. Liberator's going to set up here, gets a couple shots. Just blink it to the side, I like that. Not even, no click, just blink to the right. All right. See, any anti-air coming through from our Protoss player. No starport. Excuse me, no Stargate. Starport is over here. We've got infantry level 1 being researched, combat shield, stim as well. Protoss ground armor and Protoss, Protoss melee 1 and Protoss ground armor 1 is being researched. Zealot charge about to be finished out. Still have these stalkers chilling over here. Unit-wise, sentry, all right. 2 siege tanks, liberator, which I think the liberator's still, chilling over here. Kind of very hard to see. I was just guessing if it was still in that point. Marine steps out, immediately gets shot to death by some stalkers that are waiting. Another base to be grabbed. A lot of expansion for our Protoss player, I like it. This is going to have the rich mineral line. Are we going to go for it? Wait, are they is Australia going to take both of these? No. Maybe like a forward pylon. Ah, there it is. They're going to see a pylon on the side over here. My camera's bashing against the wall of this map, apparently. Stalker's going to be slowly pulling back. Any concussive shells? No concussive shells for the slow. Stalkers blink away. We've got a reveal, or a scan, if you will. I think that might have seen these units moving out, but does obviously provide the information that, there is a fourth base. A third base, actually. We know there's a fourth on this rich mineral line. We know there's a pylon over here for some warping. All right. Ground 2-2 about to be finished out for Protoss. Stalkers blink in. Take down 1 unit. That was the armor debuff, right? The armor reduction shot from that Raven? Yeah, Raven. That was so Raven. It's the anti-armor missile. 75 energy for that bad boy. But deploy a missile that pursues the target unit and upon contact reduces the armor and shield armor of affected units by 2 for 21 seconds. So it looks like for that duration, or that duration has expired or elapsed. Guardian shield should be available for both of these sentries. I think that's like a 75 energy consumption. Actually, if it's enough for double. Actually, it's enough for 4, realistically. Yo, Lax, what's up, bud? Love you. Oh, stop. You're too kind to me. Thank you so much for the kind words. Hope you're having a wonderful Saturday. Thanks for checking out the StarCraft 2 tournament. We have 1 more best of 3 after this one. Obviously, this is a 1-1 score, and we're currently in round 6 of casting. Once this game is done, then we're going to be moving into round 7. And all 4 streams, Zombie Grub, Rotterdam, Light VIP, as well as myself, will each be covering 1 of the 4 round 7 best of 3. So be sure to check out all the streams. You can use exclamation bracket, and all the streams are listed over there. If you need a hot link. I should have made a command, but I didn't. Anyways, I should have, but I didn't. Second rich mineral line base is going to be taken here. Force barrier slows things down. Currently actually having a few zealots running in, getting some harassment, and this feels like Vindicta here for money is committed. I mean, look how many SCVs are being pulled into this fight. Where are those SCVs going? Oh, they're going to the mineral line over there apparently, but the fight does continue. Zealots charging in. A lot of SCVs trying to heal up. The Zealots on the left-hand side are going to collapse as well. And this is looking really good for Pinhead, a.k.a. Estrella. Those SCVs will fall. The GG is called. And Pinhead takes the series 2-1 in round 6 of the NA Safe House. GG. You get no hangover or terrible hangover. Scopely, do you just skip drinking? That's the smart thing to do. Welcome back, everybody. Round 7, final best of 3 of the day. Get some channel points on the line. We have got our red Protoss player in the top left of Ghost River, Disc. Disc is Platinum Heroes, no? Does anyone know off the top of their head? I'm just going to look really quickly. Canadian player for Apprentice Esports. On the right, it is going to be Vindicta, a.k.a. Here for Money. And this will be our purple Protoss playing for Platinum Esports here on Ghost River. It is a... What do we got going on over here? What's going on? All right. Proxy Rax. Proxy Rax from Vindicta in map number 1 of this best of 3 in round 7. As a reminder, the top 4 players in the tournament will be punching their ticket into the playoff bracket for tomorrow. And let's see. So, Disc... I don't know if they can actually get a good record. But either way, we're going to have some fun here. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. There's going to be a victor, there's going to be a loser, and that's what we're here to discuss. Supply depot just below. Oh my god, the natural starting out. All right, we got, let's see, it's going to be the tech lab coming out as well. No reactor. And this will be tech lab on both of these. So we'll see Marauders coming out from both, I think, right? Yeah, Marauders on the way. Oh boy, Proxy Rex. Yeah, I mean, in the Midwest, the humidity can be pretty bad. Like, you walk outside, you just took a shower, you walk outside getting ready to go, I don't know, on a date or something at like 2 in the afternoon. And you walk outside and you're just sweating already. But it's still, that humidity is still different than southern humidity, I'm sure of it. I haven't really ever been to the south. Couple Marauders made. Concussive shells almost done here. 8 seconds to go. Oh boy. What do we have for defense right now? Singular Adept, who's gonna see some SCVs and Marauders. Oh no. Okay, double racks, or excuse me, a bunker and a supply depot made. This is gonna be natural, slowed down. More Marauders coming in. Those concussive shells, as I mentioned, are completed. If the Proxy Rax is gonna sway your gamble, by all means, start dumping in those channel points, because right now, this is looking like a rough go for our Protoss player. We've got a few shield batteries being created here. They're about to finish out. Another pylon as well next to that. Good force barrier from the sentry. Locks a few enemies onto this ramp. Scout from the, or excuse me, a scan from our Terran. Able to get some vision on the high ground for those Marauders who are going to jump inside this bunker, cancel out that supply depot. Sentry on the high ground is going to be able to start beaming down this bunker. Another Marauder makes it in. This is going to be the shielding dropped on this Nexus. More Marauders being funneled into this, and that's going to be our Dark Shrine. But that still has another 50 seconds or so to go. And then you still need to warp in Dark Templar, I assume? That's going to be the answer to all this. Right now, it's a pretty good hold from Disc. He will lose the Nexus. This bunker will go down. And We're seeing the barracks being floated in. Oh, no, 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 no. This is literally to provide vision. It's literally to provide high ground vision. I was like, what are we doing with this Rax? It's going to be sacrificed for vision. Is this Rax going to be pulled out or anything like that? Doesn't look like it. All right. Scouting with this bad boy. The early game cheese. It's a little too stinky. I guess not stinky enough. And Disc will hold. Dark Templar on the way, though. Invisible Men. And that will... See, here's the thing, though. They have to know that Invisible Men are on the way. I mean, the Dark Shrine was just completed. Are there any abilities or anything that to be utilized to scan outside of the Orbital Command Center? It doesn't have enough energy, but it's going to get that 50 in about 10 or so seconds. So now we got Supply Depot wall off. A bunch of SCVs pulled onto this line to heal this up. Currently have Marauders trying to throw some damage down. And the GG is called. Disc gives in. And here for money, Vindicta takes map number 1 with that Proxy Rax. 5 minute 30 seconds. Wow. Alright, well, there's still time on the gamble, but this might be a very fast best of 3. Hopefully it's not faster than our gamble time. Either way, we're going to be heading over to Golden Aura for map number 2. Could be the final map of the day. Could be the final map here in our Protoss vs. Terran. Bottom right of Golden, we've got our Protoss Disc. Top left, up in this best of 3 series, we're looking at Vindicta, aka Here for Money. Ironically, I don't think he's going to be getting any money, but whatever. Alright, so what is the game plan this time? Proxy stuff, we're playing standard. What do we want to see? Or what could we see? Alright, nothing crazy yet. Oh, Rax wall off, okay. So standard setup for Here for Money. Extractor, pylon, gateway, all of this creating a bit of a wall off from the entry from the ramp, so players can't just kind of roll right into the worker line. Gonna have to make a longer rotation in. Probe goes out. Alright, what's the scouting plan right now? Is this, where's this probe heading? It looks like it's going to be heading over here to this mineral line. You can see the clicks onto the mineral line, I do believe. So, sees the SCV in passing. A little bit faster of a scout. This will be natural started out as well by our Protoss player. Good timing on that. Barracks will finish out. Supply depot goes down. No, not in time. But this is going to be a scout from the probe. It's like, okay, all right. Looks like everything's normal here. Nothing crazy. And this probe is going to be locked in. And this probe will probably take a bit of an adventure. Delay out this SCV from getting any sort of minerals or resources. We'll see a factory coming down as well. And probe is just going to be rolling around here. I don't think there's... Yeah, I think this probe is definitely dead. Rax will finish out. We have the reactor coming online as well. And take a look over here, this SCV. What kind of vision did Here for Money get? Okay, so did manage to scout out the natural being created, scouted out this main base, sees all the normal stuff. Everything is where it needs to be, but double Reaper on the way with that reactor. So double Reaper for harassment. You can actually see the rally point onto the probe immediately from the Reaper to take care of that. What do we got going on over here, though? What's this SCV doing chilling off to the left? All right, Twitch prediction is going to close here in a moment for, as I mentioned, the final best of 3 of the day. We have some decent channel points in line if you would like to make a prediction, but here we go. I always thought it was weird that turrets can only hit air but detect ground and cloaked units. I mean, no, that makes sense to me. That makes sense. Because, like, missile turrets would have, like, radar, right? So they have, like, scanning ability to see planes incoming. I guess not planes, but air units, you know what I mean? They got that Doppler radar. I mean, like, it kind of makes sense with missile turret. The logic in my head makes sense, but whatever. Alrighty. 4 Reapers, as this is decent harassment onto the Stalker. One does go down. Stalker, I mean, does get taken out. Warp Gate research is about to finish out. While the low Reaper was able to rotate out and get healing from that combat drugs. This is looking like a really nice early time attack for our purple Terran player. We do have the Warp Prison floating around here. No anti-airs, so this Warp Prison can kind of just float above and be like, oh, cool. All right, you got an SCV, you got 3 Hellions. Reapers come back in over here on the right side onto the main base. Good, consistent damage onto the Stalker. It doesn't actually look like... So it's actually going to be a 2-for-1. 2 Reapers do go down. But now the Hellions coming in. Scouted out immediately. Reapers over here into the worker line. 4 Reapers for 2 Stalkers and a probe. And Reapers are still going to be hanging out over here. Natural started out being saturated by here for money. Looks like those Hellions will be rolling on out. Reapers back onto the worker line on the right-hand side. More harassment. Well, that's really about it. There are plenty of defense systems out there with detecting capabilities better than what they can shoot at, and vice versa. Part of why you have that's why you layer defenses. Huh. Today I learned, honestly. Like, it makes sense for sure, but just a little surprising. Sees the shimmer here, but I don't think there's anything to detect that right now. Not worth spending an entire scan to try and take down that observer. All right, good thing our prediction ended, because I do see a massive wave moving across the map right now. It's a little hairy. A little sketchy. Stalker set up over here. What are we looking at unit-wise? 7 Stalkers, an Adept. We'll also be getting that Warp Prison, 46 probes to the 34 SCVs. Got a Liberator on the way. Got some shield batteries. A couple more pylons as well. Another tank. More Marines. Nonsense match. Well, I mean, we're having fun, so that's really all that matters. I mean, even though they may not be making it to playoffs, at least you can have some fun. Get some bragging rights. Good snipe onto that. Oh, great! Double Viking kill. One of the siege tanks will be taken down as well. Shield battery providing a little extra aid onto these Stalkers, which are getting poked at. Currently have a Liberator set up. We also have a bunker on the way as well from our Terran player. Liberator setting up once again, moving a little bit farther forward. Warp Prison on the left-hand side, maybe looking to drop in some of these Zealots who are going to be able to get great damage onto that siege tank. Meanwhile, below, the Marines are pushing in a little bit with that Hellbat. And that's one tank to go down. Can they take down the other? There's a Mule Call down, but it won't be able to heal up that tank. Currently have SCVs here as well. It's a bit of a haphazard fight back and forth between both sides. 4 Stalkers available, a couple more being warped in right now. Protoss Ground 1 finishing out. Zealot Charge, about 50% as well. That is going to be a dead Warp Prison. We do have this drop onto the Immortal, which gets great damage here. Stalkers moving in once again. Take down the Liberator. Bunker will be cleared away as well. And GG is called. Ladies and gentlemen, we're heading to a map number 3. You love to see it. How does it feel to be wrong in chat? Nonsense Mash. Discs Easy Throw 02. How does it feel to be wrong? How does it feel to be wrong? All right. 1-1, and we're heading to a map number 3. Let's get it. Literally the final map of the day. Oh, good stretch, Mr. Bandit. Literally the last map of the day. What's up, Serpent? How you doing today, bud? Here we go. Oh, okay, I thought the load-in was busted there for a second. Don't need that, don't need that. Mister, you good? Oh, what happened here? Hold on one second. There we go. 1-1 score. Pushed the button a little too early. Things didn't happen. But in the bottom left, we have got our red Protoss player, Disc. On the top right of our final map of the day, our purple Terran player, we're going to be looking at Here for Money, aka Vindicta. How am I? I'm doing all right. We've had a really fun day of casting StarCraft 2. We've casted almost 6.5 hours of this tournament. It's been really, really fun to kind of break out of Here's the Storm for a day. Tomorrow we're going to be doing the Hanzo Genji Cup. We'll do 4 best of 3s on that one tomorrow, and then we've also got our cooking stream tomorrow. We're going to do a buttermilk fried chicken sandwich. Haven't made one of those in a long time, so I thought it'd be really fun. What do we got going on? Another proxy setup here. But when it's scouted out, it's going to look completely normal as it's not double rack. It's going to be singular rack. And there's another SCV going to go out to try and build a second one. No, they're just going to have this in place so that they can get the supply depot wall off early on. I like it. Really nicely done. Everything looking normal. That username keeps making me think that the players in the match are here for money. Just maybe. Just maybe. Natural already being created by Disc. Probe on its way back home. Got a reactor being built here as well, so maybe... What's the game plan? What's the massed unit? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And the proxy's discovered. Probe won't be able to do anything with that, but at least that knowledge is there. It's like, okay, there's going to be an early attack coming from that northwest side. Let's go ahead and get things set up here. Going to be having an early shield battery made as well. Reactor's going to finish out. And it's double Reaper. What's our probe over here going to start doing? Actually, it's Quadra Reapers. Okay, so we got Reapers coming out from the main base. Reapers coming out from the proxy location. Stalker on the way. Does see... Oh, nice. Should be able to take down the SCV. Bunker made. Shield battery in place. Cancellation onto that bunker as 4 Reapers are going to be finishing out fairly soon. Man, I gotta say, not a bad start for Here for Money on our map number 3. Reapers jump over the wall into the natural. Get some damage onto the shielding here. 1 Reaper pulled away to get the combat drugs to activate. KD-8 grenade to push these stalkers around. It's gonna be a 2-for-1. 1 stalker for 2 Reapers right there in the trade. 1 probe has already gone down. More Reapers though. So it's just all in Reapers right now from Here for Money. Got the wall off here with double pylon. Reapers maybe going to be able to jump into the main base. Yes, they will. There's no wall off over here. Shield battery helping out this stalker. Going to double that back really quickly. GG is called! Oh yeah, quick 0-2 for Disc! Imagine being that wrong in Twitch chat. Imagine being that wrong.